we ended up calling it a little bit short and then role playing through to the end. But Riley got her drone. Ish hasn't gotten it delivered yet, but passed the interview with the help of Vicky and 119 in the interview, and some cleverly worded answers, whether they were honest or not. And Felix, whose last name I can't remember,
McFelix.
Seemed to think that she was a good candidate for VI companionship. Do need to mute that. Give me just a second here. And audio is it miscellaneous? Text chat. Enable background chat sounds off. Very good. And any highlights from last week or last session?
I think Felix appearing as a really big face on screen was great.
It was, yeah. Like half the
Felix jump scare.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I will say, I also think it was really funny how, like, who was it that was with Riley again in the interview? Was it John?
To what?
John. Who was with Riley at the interview?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, whoever it was, they had the social awareness to realize that calling in Libra probably wouldn't have been a good idea as a character reference because she would have grilled Riley harder than Felix.
Yes.
Although it would perhaps have made Felix feel better because he'd know that Riley would have someone to keep her on the quote-unquote straight and narrow. But at the same time, it would also mean that you'd have someone there that you can't lie to because you'd work with them, so...
That doesn't seem like an issue. You don't have to lie to someone to deceive them.
Ooh, spicy.
Look, if you fuck around with Libra, you're going to find out.
Winky.
So how much are we going to find out? On what scale? On what level?
Something on the scale of the guy that got a hole punch to his chest.
I need you to quantify that as a number between 1 to 10 so I can know where to put it on my chart.
Yes.
1.1 gigawatts.
3.5.
3.5? No, we're going to find out 3.5. I don't think that's very accurate.
Does your scale include gigawatts?
10 high.
Oh wait, it was 1.21, wasn't it? Dang. I just realized that some people here may not get that reference.
I did not.
Yep.
I did not hear it in the slightest.
I know where you're going with that.
And away you go.
All right. Yep. Those were highlights, and I'm gonna start the music up now.
Ooh, music.
And go with some nice Lumiere music. Oh, of course. Roll20 thinks that Lumiere music is already playing.
Interesting.
Of course.
You're so prepared for this.
Well, no.
So obviously, this was all planned out.
Roll20 is difficult with music.
He spent the entire 2 weeks preparing.
And let's talk about that list that I posted in Discord. That
It's a nice list.
Is a list of 10 different personality types.
Inquisitive Iris.
They're not necessarily representative, but they ChatGPT was given instructions to label them with a descriptive name according to the personality and to give each a quirk.
Are these
no.
describing us?
Oh, no, I see. This is the possible personalities for the Electrodrone, isn't
Uh huh.
it?
Yeah. So hang on. Did you tell ChatGPT to make it alliterative?
I did not.
Right.
Brilliant.
It just decided that it was going to for most of them.
That's brilliant.
Okay. Yeah.
And as we all know, A and E are the same letter.
Oh, of course.
Of course, this is a well-established fact in the English language. This is why I keep using one when I'm trying to use the other.
Look, English is
It's not.
English is already enough for a clusterfuck that I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Oh god, no! It's written by AI. Now you have me worried.
So, pick 3 of them, and I'll give you the second part of the description where I told the AI no more than 50 words of personality description.
Also, Ginja, that's beautiful.
I believe you already said Inquisitive Iris has caught your attention, right?
Yes. You should have given me this beforehand with a hey, pick 3 of these. Now I have to shit because there was like one. Oh, Inquisitive. Love that one. Now I have to pick between the not as good as Inquisitive options.
Now, what is Inquisitive
Like,
turns
there's
out to have a
benefits
second part.
and detriments to all of them. Like I like the look of some of them, but then I'm like, like I'm not going for Stoic Sentinel. That one's just out.
Why is one of the colons bold?
Why not?
None
It's
of them
fine.
should be
Don't worry
bold.
about it.
See, it's a
Prefer
surgical application. Of the
Yeah. Yes. The surgical bolt.
Which one looks bold?
Surgical
Yeah.
saber.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Hence the surgical application of bolding.
Right?
Oh, I see. Right, because that's I
Yeah.
see how that happened.
Yeah, what happened is you highlighted and you click bold.
Well, the colon isn't in the list that I copy pasted from.
Because what happened is you didn't click unbold.
Well, no. So what happened is
I need a coin.
added the colon and then bolded surgical saber, and then realized, hey, that's the dumb way of doing it, and hit down arrow, colon, down arrow, colon, down arrow, colon, down arrow, colon. Hit end a couple times because that didn't get to the end of the row, and then I highlighted with a double click and quick swipe, which missed the colon of the rest of them. So I'm sorry, surgical saber, you've been outed and your colon has been demoted.
Shame.
Olin has been demoted. Not what you usually expect to hear.
Like I don't have a blank coin. No,
You can always roll 20.
Yeah, I think there's. I think
no,
there's
I have a
slash
physical. I have a physical coin. I
did give you an answer.
like flipping coins. Fight me.
I did give you an answer.
My building. Okay, cool. So
I don't
that one's
carry any
building.
coins.
And that one's heads. Right? I got that right.
Didn't catch that, sorry.
Building heads.
I think Ellie's just mumbling to herself.
Ah, fair.
Yeah, sorry. I have to pick and.
I think she's got a coin that's not really heads and tails. It's weird.
No, I don't know why there would be a tail on a coin, but adaptive ally and surgical saber alongside Inquisitive Iris. I was really tempted by resourceful rover, but I flipped a coin and that's what we got.
There's saber and adaptive ally.
I'm still expecting to pick Inquisitive Iris in the end. Despite Iris being a touchy name for me, but
Oh, yeah, true. Oh.
The list has been updated with the second part of what I asked the AI to produce. Those are their personality types. The thing that you don't get to see until you've picked one is what their quirk is. I asked for a quirk relevant to each personality type.
I should have picked Resourceful Rover instead of Surgical Saber. I should have seen that one coming, but.
On the bright side, it's reduced
I-
your choices too. It's reduced your
Hmm?
choices now.
As reducement, that is very, very true. Can
And-
I see what the blurb was for Resourceful like after I've picked?
Sure. I'll put them all up a little bit later when we're on break.
Right. Okay. Cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. Versatility,
So do I, thank
flexibility, agile, and versatile. This is hard.
I'm sure the decision
So
will haunt you for
hard.
the rest of your life.
Oh, this is going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
Okay, that's it. We're replaying 10 versions of this campaign with 10 different electors each time. Only difference.
We don't even roll all the other times after this because it's just like,
Drones without number.
Done.
No, drones with number. The number is 10.
Yeah, okay.
Well, because
11
I'm sure Dex can come up with some more.
because I can
Well-
use AI for this, I can come up with
Yeah.
innumerable drones. in the
Yeah,
blink
drones
of an
without
eye.
number.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I suppose it's 12 drones per count one.
Ember is a really good. Ember is a really good name, by the way. I was almost tempted, but
Oh, is the second part of the name? I didn't think it was. It'd be a bit demeaning
Ember
called
is
Blue
just-
Compass.
Ember is just a really good name, and I almost went for Energetic Ember just because her name was Ember.
We don't know the name's going to be an
often-
Ember though.
I know, but no, it was in there.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, these are just the
Yeah, no.
personality type. I was toying with the idea of basing the name somewhat on the personality type, but I hadn't decided on that yet. Do you want to come back to this?
No, and I already know my answer. I'm just.
You're just not willing to accept it
but
yet.
it's just.
Yeah.
This is such a hard. Yeah, I wasn't willing to. I'm still not willing to accept it, but Inquisitive Iris, and it's.
Yeah.
This is mean. Really mean, and I like it. I hate you.
Yeah, you're right, Ellie.
This is fantastic.
You're right, Ellie. Holding the session hostage while you pick between two names when you know the answer is mean.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
You do realize I'm teasing, right?
What's I's quirk then? You missed what the titles were for.
She asks endless questions, eager to learn and deepen her understanding of the world around her.
I love her
Why?
already.
Why?
I don't know. Well, let's find out together.
Okay, so it's
Why?
Koana about a drone then. It's Koana about a drone, got it.
Yeah.
This is not a bad drone. That's not a bad trade. Being inquisitive is a good thing.
Is it? Up to a point, maybe.
True. Oh no.
Why not? That would have been funny.
I think that's because Ellie was hoping for a flirty one.
Hey, first of all, that was a joke. Second of all, it would have been funny. Third of all, yeah, kind of.
It was
going to
funny.
say, third of all, I know you know it wasn't a joke.
It was funny to a point. As a teaser, the drone decided to take on the likeness because she had hollow skin also of Jessica Rabbit.
No. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Good times.
Saucy salamander indeed.
All right. So Jackal may be wondering what these boring box, assault, and stealth operation boxes are.
I don't even think I see the boxes.
Oh,
Same.
No.
Same.
On the
I don't
title
either.
screen.
right. Let me move you guys over.
I can't be wondering about a thing I don't know exists.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Jack was wondering where the boxes are.
Now I'm wondering what the fuck
Yes.
do these boxes mean, and who is this guy? This very photogenic man.
That's Felix.
That's Felix.
That's Felix.
Oh my god.
That
We're
is
not
the man
entirely
who.
sure what his last name is, but it's Felix.
Yeah.
Felix McFelix face.
The man who once used to cover half the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was more than half. It was basically all of
Oh yeah,
mine.
yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
that stunning smile may as well be as bright as the sun.
Oh, I remember. His last name was Art. Felix Art, because I made the joke that he didn't have any
No, it wasn't.
art.
No, it wasn't. It was McFelix face.
Well, it is now.
Of course. We're probably never going to see him again, so what does it matter?
Oh no,
If you had a
he's
problem
gone
with it,
down
you
in a
should tell me.
permanent record. He may show up again in the future because this Alder thing is probably going to keep popping up.
I
Maybe.
hope he shows up
no.
again. I'd love to see that smile. It's brightened my day.
Good, because his personality didn't.
His personality was great. Fun for me. Great fun for
I'll agree
me.
with that. I'm willing to agree with that.
I can't wait for him to say one word and my opinion immediately change.
Yes. So he's like Trail.
That smile, is that of the devil?
That
Someone
is,
get rude towards the devil.
He's not got enough hair to hide horns under.
that smile is more of a less caricaturized and grown up Urkel.
Nah, I don't see it.
Well, okay, that smile carries the personality of a less caricaturized and more grown up Urkel.
Grown up.
You know what he kind of reminds me of? A younger version of what's his name? Lance Reddick.
Oh no! that would have been a different personality.
Should I put this in image dump or discussion for those who aren't gonna Google?
Yeah, go ahead and put an image dump.
I feel like that is just a younger Lance Reddick.
Yeah, it certainly it could be a son.
I can see where you're coming from. Yeah.
I was gonna say a younger, paler Lance Reddick, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe a son, maybe a brother.
Yeah.
A nephew.
The personality was very different.
So anyway, mysterious boxes.
I do see these boxes. I see safe, not safer, and safer.
So,
Probably not.
I think you missed a session where Cassian was told, right?
Yeah, that was last session.
I was not
Right,
here
we did
last
cover
session.
that in last session also. So that was another thing that happened last session is Cassian was told the results before the that's right, you missed a session with the hostages killing and it talked it out in chat. Yeah, Cassian was told and then the hostages were killed, but in telling Cassian, or not hostages, kidnap victims? Whatever. Prisoners of war. In telling Cassian, he...
No, we can't call them prisoners of war because then killing them would be a war crime.
Oh, right. Yeah, but killing hostages is bad too.
And that's not what we do. Yeah, but that's not a war crime.
But yeah, because us space pirates are famously never the kind of people to do war crimes.
Yeah. No, it only counts as war crimes if you're at war, you know? We're not at war.
Union's probably still at war with us. Does that count?
Maybe.
Okay, well, on learning that the drone was Comstar equipment, and that the team that tried to intercede in your operation was Comstar, Cassian was surprised and ambitiously thoughtful, or thoughtfully ambitious. There were some, inciting done there. And his response was that he has a job for you and asked you to blow up a data warehouse, or a data server that is housed in a warehouse among other, pretty much unused warehouses. Well, they're used, but they're not trafficked. untrafficked warehouses. They just sit there for the most part. He said that this is a Council of March data warehouse. Only a few houses know of it. His is one of the houses, but not the only, and so Council will be able to fairly well guess that he's responsible for it because they know that he knows his operation was interrupted, and it is a retaliation without leaving any crime because, as Knox said, you guys are expendables, and all tracks have still been very carefully covered so that it would be very difficult for somebody to link you to Cassian. And that's what those boxes are. You've got some information about the facility that you're planning to assault for Cassian. That you have the location. You know that there's a guard room. It is in an inconspicuous part of the city among other warehouses that are, like I said, they're not derelict or abandoned, but they are they're long-term storage warehouse type deal. Some analysis of the location and emergency responses by John and Elise showed that you would have flying drones within a couple minutes. Observation drones only, no weapons. Assuming that there's anything anything reported, like gunshots or an alarm. Armed emergency response will be slower than usual due to the area. However, if you're particularly loud, you can expect that the response units will assemble faster, but will not approach and will wait for spot. So kind of gives you more time, but then gives you a tougher perimeter to escape.
Yeah, so we get more time to do it, but if we don't make it out, oh boy.
Yeah. And those boxes represent the party's split opinions and then tentative decision to follow through on two separate plans. One, plan A, sneak in with a small crew to plant explosives and access the data. See if it's something that you want to try and retrieve or if there's anything of interest in it to you. Plan B, and this is also a backup plan, if the plan A people get caught, is just full-on armed assault. And I have in my notes that didn't get much farther than this as a concept.
Yeah, once we realised that stealth with assault as a backup was an option, I changed to be in favour of stealth, so I've just moved Percy over.
Oh well, the boxes are who's actually going to be on the stealth part of the operation.
Ah, I see.
I can see how that would have been unclear, but yes, my understanding from last session was that you definitely were going to try to do the stealth part, and obviously the assault part is your backup there. Those boxes are, who's going to be in which part?
I'm thinking about just the skills involved in this. Technically, I should be in this box. But
what I'm thinking, if you
I'll
don't
be
mind
over here, I suppose.
Okay, I was about to say, if you don't mind my opinion, I would feel better if Das wasn't the only person on the stealth operation. I feel like you kind of fit there as well.
Yep,
But you're cool.
John was over there.
Oh, true. Okay, never mind then.
I'm like I've got some dexterity, but I'm not that sneaky.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Sorry, did you want me to move you into the box there, Knox? You got it.
Knocks out box.
Definitely more combat.
Back in a box.
Combat focused.
And Riley is still going into the boring box, right?
Nerd. Jackal, 3 guesses at who it was that crossed out boring and wrote nerd. First 2 don't count.
You.
Bingo.
So, got it. And all 3 guesses.
What you have to do is change the color so that it's not quite so easily identifiable. And now you've implicated somebody else in the
Oh, you know, you're not wrong, Meokin.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on, I have a very cunning plan. There we go. I'm pink. It wasn't me that went green.
There you go. I'm gonna put the strategy music on because it didn't really decide too much on how you want to proceed with the stealth operation, and we probably don't need to spend too much time on it. But what kind of operation are you trying to do? Are you trying to physically sneak in? Are you trying to talk your way in? Bear in mind that this is a facility staffed by actual Comstar agents, or guarded by actual Comstar agents.
Honestly, I feel like we should let Ginja and Nox have first crack at describing this because they're the ones that are going to do it.
Yep, I would agree.
Hint, hint, Ginja and Nox.
I don't know.
Good strategy. Good strategy.
Das is the hacker, not the sneak into places clan person. It's like you get me in, I'll get the data.
Okay.
I think that necessitates that it's a physical break-in. Also, do we have anybody that can set up a bomb?
Oh yeah.
You're asking that with Doug in the group.
I mean, I'm not in the stealth team necessarily. I guess I maybe should be. I kind of put myself in the assault team just because I know I can take a hit.
Yeah, I was about to say that maybe I should be on stealth team just so that, like, in case they do get cornered, there's at least one good fighter. No offense, Nox, but you expect more into leadership and guns. But
Does that have fix 1 or fix 0?
I am expecting the leadership more than
Das
guns.
has
I also
0.
have 2 additional people here.
I know you had some level fix.
so who are we asking about?
Well, I was just asking whether Das has fix 1 or not.
Okay.
You know, I was like, if Das had fix 1, I would probably trust Das with the bomb.
Yeah. I mean, fix 0, but with a +2 in. So, int fix is +2.
Yeah.
Well, that does bring a wrinkle to your potential stealth operation if you're intending to plant bombs at the same time. If nobody can plant the bombs. Well, if nobody is trusted by Douglas to plant the bombs. Putting the bombs...
I think... Yeah.
I was going to say, putting the bombs in... as long as you've got enough of them in locations to blow up the servers will be fairly easy. Obviously, a more experienced bomb person will be able to place less bombs for the same effect.
Is bombardier the word?
A word.
Yes, it's a word.
No, I mean, is bombardier the word for bomb placing person?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
It should
usually,
be.
I used to think about like lobbing things. I don't know.
I think it's just bomb tech. It's boring.
That's fair. Okay, so is Douglas going with the stealth team?
Hey, you want me on the stealth team so I can accidentally place
you-
bombs? I'm not particularly sneaky. Just
I was
to be
gonna say
clear.
if you. I was
I'm
gonna
a
say if
big
you're,
person with not really any dexterity or stealth.
I mean, if you're trusting Das with the bombs, then you don't need to go in.
Could that role be filled by a hench?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say that if you're big and beefy and not particularly sneaky, then maybe the talkie approach is better. John's really good at the talkie side of things, but.
Correction. decently good at the lead side of thing mechanically. I can't talk for shit.
John has the stats for it, I mean.
Oh, roll 20. I love you. If this fixed it. Nope.
That doesn't sound genuine.
Well, you know how sometimes when you hover over something, there's a hover text to tell you what that thing is?
Mm-hmm.
I've got permanent hover text on something.
Ah, that's lovely.
Yeah.
It wants to make sure you don't forget.
Yep. Sure does. I can't even remember what I was looking up. Oh yes, basic martial NPCs. You get martial now, right? Nox.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so. But so yeah, you've got Nox, you've got John, you've got Das, and two people who are you know, fair martial shots. They're not pushovers. They know how to handle their weapons. And one of them also happens to be a bomb tech. I'm going to label him bomb tech. And the other one will be labeled not bomb.
So is that one actually good enough at bombs to satisfy Doug?
I'm presumably if we're looking for someone specifically for that, they'll meet my specifications.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. You can.
I'll give them the briefing on how this packs a little more punch than they might be used to.
Yeah, he I'll say that he recognizes some of the materials that or the chemicals that you're using to pack a punch, but it doesn't himself know how one would make that, and is impressed by the construction and the packaging.
I'm just imagining that he recognises enough of what's going on to be scared of what he doesn't understand that's going on.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so you've got the four of you. I'm kind of assuming that you're not going to be taking the physical stealth approach. There we go. I still have the other song playing on top of the song.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward.
I was wondering why I was hearing weird things. Nox, Ginja? Do you have any plans for how to proceed? And I don't mind if anybody else helps you out with that either.
See, if they're going to talk their way in, then we need to come up with a cover story for them. Basically, like, why are they?
I mean, if we're going to try and talk our way in, I think we need someone who's better at talk.
Well, it's that or sneak, and you said no sneak.
I didn't say no sneak.
I thought someone in the group said no sneak.
I was saying probably no sneak. With the four of you, it's not out of the question.
Okay. Well, it's up to you guys then. Do you want to come up with a cover story, or do you want to practice your sneaky? That wasn't a rhetorical question.
I'm gonna serve everyone a glass of caffeine.
I was unmuting at that time, so I thought you said you're serving everyone a glass of ketamine. That'll kill us. That'll kill each and every one.
I mean,
No, it won't. Lyra will be fine.
But yeah, so do you guys want to practice sneak in, or do you want to a cover story with us?
I think what Ginger's saying here is that.
On,
Go ahead, Knox.
I think on a mechanical level, it'd be easier to try and talk our way in. Just kind of pose as administrative inspection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Though granted, anyone tries to check our story, we're found out immediately.
It is a risk.
That is the best we have, considering none of us have sneak.
Okay, well, if you're talking your way in, then I mean, I was going to suggest something like surprise inspection or whatever, or a Council of March thing, but like old man, small girl, two thugs. Not exactly a normal. There again, that is exactly what you would think would be a good surprise inspection team. People that don't look like surprise inspectors.
I will add that Dash does have sneak. Thus, not all of you are unsneaky.
Hmm.
And I suppose that means you can just slip away, you know?
But is that the plan that you guys want to go with? Is basically making yourselves out to be someone that you are not, and trying to social engineer your way into the building?
That sounds good to you guys.
I'm almost thinking split it and do two at once.
I mean, I suppose you
Where
can slip away, can't you?
John and the henchman try to talk their way in, and simultaneously act as a distraction for Das sneaking in.
That works. And then if you need a further distraction, you have the assault team outside.
Indeed.
Okay. We've separated the stealth operation.
That does make John's group more likely to appear as one would expect surprise inspections to look.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Rather than having, rather than having Das with them.
Yeah. So what's that package? Inspection tools.
Oh, what was that, Farrell?
I said, so what's in that package? Inspection tools.
Okay.
And in that case, what I will say is that Douglas should probably prepare a second explosive payload for the assault team to bring, just in case it gets to the point where we need to just get in, blow the place up, leave.
I mean,
If
I've
both
always got
infiltrations
explosives on me, to some degree.
That's
Let me
true,
see.
but I mean, like a second version of what you get in the bomb tech.
How many demo charges have you made?
Let me see. It's in the Roz's. I might be actually running a little low on them, but I've got 2 Douglas special demo charges.
Oh, okay.
Those can go for the bomb tech. I've got plenty of grenades. I've got a lot more grenades than that, and I've got 4 rockets.
Are you bringing the rockets?
Oh, I'm bringing all 4 rockets. Yes.
Good. Are you also bringing the rocket launcher?
Maybe.
No, we're leaving that behind so Das can sense the need for it, obviously.
Nah, I'll have the rocket launcher. Let me see. Where are missiles? I guess I should add those to my inventory specifically.
You should, yeah. All right. Well, you approach in an appropriately marked vehicle. Let me do one logistical thing. If you two are not taking the special entrance into House LaRue, you can still be equipped with some more basic level weaponry on account of the henches, the basically war veteran henches. Or mercenary veteran. John's henches. I should actually write that into his focus that he doesn't get the marginalized type, he gets the marginalized war veteran type. They've got skills.
I mean, it's useful. If you're picking up random kids off the street, then you're not going to get A-bomb technicians.
Well, you'll get bomb technicians. They're just not good.
They could be firework technicians.
Yeah, there you go.
A kind of bomb.
Okay, yeah, I suppose there's that.
So yeah, you would be limited to basically the TL3 versions of weapons. And unfortunately, that does not include John's personal because you wouldn't get it past entry. It would have to be supplied by them. If you're taking the special entrance, you can be equipped however you want, as long as you're not wearing armor that gives away that you're not inspectors.
I mean, I'd say we probably can wear that armor. It would just give it away.
What was that, Kinja?
We probably can wear the armor. It just give us away.
Yes, it would. And Knox, what were you saying?
Shouldn't wear the armor.
Which is not ideal, yes.
All right. You pull up in, as I said, an appropriately marked vehicle that's not a significant challenge for me to make you roll it out or play it out. Just to say that you got a vehicle and you marked it up to look appropriate. And you pull up. You are immediately approached by a guard that's just kind of idling in the parking lot. Have you dropped off gas before, or were you going to drop off gas at the building?
I feel like before.
Yeah, I feel like
it would be weird to get to the building and then try and separate. They'd be watching us by then.
Okay.
I think gas is already separate by the time we get there.
Sure.
Okay. And so the guard comes on up and asks, "Hey there, you lost?"
Here for a non-routine inspection. With any kind of scrap of ID, fake as hell. My badge, flip it, put it away.
Wasn't told about an inspection here. Why don't you go ahead and give me
a surprise inspection?
Yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead and give me a. At the moment, this is still a talk charisma check. Because you're just trying to be or dexterity. You're trying to kind of just blow past the fact that you're not actually here for an inspection and trying to win him over on that.
Yep.
Okay.
He's no idea what I rolled.
You rolled an 8. He scratches his head underneath the uncomfortable helmet he's wearing, and motions you to the office. Well, go check in with them. With my superior.
Make a motion for the henches to follow guardways.
All right. You park and get out, I assume?
Yeah.
You said the henches are to follow guard-wise. What did you mean by that?
Yeah. They're following in kind of normal ways, like security, personal security.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. And you get into what's basically just a guard room, separated from the main data servers of installed in the warehouse. It's just a bigger than you would expect for a guard room, but still just a room in which there are 2 guards posted, and they're keeping an eye on screens, of half an eye on screens. They've got a little game of chess that they're playing on a table, although they're not just sitting at the table and staring at it.
Raise a disapproving eyebrow at the gaming at work.
One of them kind of looks over as you're approaching with the henches, and what's this? Some non-routine inspection. I haven't had one of those in as I can remember.
And I'd say you're long overdue for it.
And who'd you say you were with? It's a little bit unfair of a question to just throw to players. You don't have to come up with something on the spot. You can just you can kind of just say what approach you think you guys would have taken.
I just like orders from upstairs.
Okay. You're going with the Comstar approach, the in-house, basically. Okay.
Not the people that. Hold on. Could it be possible to pose as? No, it's just a data center, so that wouldn't be appropriate. Yeah, no, it would be Comstar approach.
Okay. Yeah, there are other options. It could be Council of March instead of actual Comstar, because it is Council of March's data. It's just Comstar guarding it. It could also be from the landlord.
Okay, yeah. Then it would be a Council of March. I figured they were their own thing, and Council of March wouldn't be appropriate for. Yeah.
Yeah, no, your first impression on that was right. It is Council of March's data. Comstar is just the Council of March, basically their police force or security force that they put people from to protect their data.
I guess the general response would be hire brass than you care about.
Okay.
Tour the place, make sure nothing's amiss, and then I'd be on my way.
Okay. This time I'll let you go ahead and make a lead charisma check.
Get him.
Roll snake eyes just to spite myself.
He didn't roll snake eyes. And you're able to present credentials and a confidence of bearing sufficient that he doesn't look closely at the credentials. I don't believe you guys have anybody with experience. Oh, wait, Douglas has a Wanderer, right? Do you have the forging documents yet?
Oh, I think that's Wanderer 2, isn't it? I don't think I took that. Right? Or is it level 1?
It is.
Yeah, no,
Forging
it's level
Papers
2.
is Wanderer 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I ended up not taking that one.
Oh,
I did
that's
think
why I
about it,
was
but-
uncertain, because you talked about it.
Yeah, I ended up taking Ironhide just so I can be a front line.
Yeah,
Something to
so
soak damage.
John knows that the badge and the cards that he's flipping will not stand up to scrutiny for anyone who knows what they're actually looking at.
Yeah, so you intimidate them to not looking too close.
But yeah, this guy is like, yeah, you go ahead, Jones, show him into the back. I'm gonna go ahead and call us in and let them know that you've arrived. He goes over to his security station. The other guy who was playing white on chess comes over and, well, right this way, sir.
Right.
They've got two people kind of looking away. You know that there's only one entrance into this building. Fire code be damned. So Das will need a distraction for the front guy.
Is there actually only one entrance, or is there only one door?
There's only one door.
I'm thinking, I'm guessing, given it's a data center, there's no windows, but I'm guessing there are air vents and things for cooling.
There certainly are.
I think those are my entrance point.
Okay. Well,
or at least investigate them and see if they can be a reasonable entry point.
Let's move the spotlight over to Das while John is being escorted to the data servers. John and crew are being escorted to data servers. And so, Das, you see a rectangular squat building. It certainly looks like it has enough play at the top for the significant cooling that that data centers need. And we're gonna go in sci-fi rules here because I personally don't know why there would be any human-sized vents for cooling, or if a human could survive inside them. We're gonna go with the more action play sci-fi rules here, so discard any of your own personal knowledge. And
I mean, why would those vents exist on the Raza either? So you know.
Right, I know.
Yeah. So if they exist on the Raza, they exist everywhere. Come on.
More or less.
John, the people before the Scream had their reasons for putting massive vents and things, and it's just kind of stuck as kind of tradition at this point.
Well, it's always been done, and you know.
Right.
But it's much
Just
easier
have
to
to
do
accept-
maintenance if you can walk around in there.
And roll me a fix wisdom skill check.
Ooh, fix wisdom. Okay.
This is a kind of an assessment of the building and what Das thinks
12.
would be those vents.
Yep.
She thinks that there's probably an intake, the screws of which would be external, on the top of the building. Intake and outtakes. Vents. You know.
Yep. Okay. Options for getting onto the roof.
Now we're kind of doing this a little bit retroactive, so you can use John and vehicle there. The vehicle would be tall enough because you had to have an appropriate van. All service calls are in vans, of course. That with a little bit of effort, Das could scramble up the rest of the way onto the building. You could also have had a ladder with that vehicle that Das could drag around to an unmonitored side. So you can play around with John on the outside if you need to, or other equipment, to an extent, according to what we've already established.
Yeah, I think given there's someone, I'm guessing we would have like driven past and seen that there is someone in the parking thing.
Mhm.
So I think scrambling up on top of the car is doable, but perhaps better to go around the back and do it that way with a ladder.
Okay. Then you will probably want to, knowing that there's cameras on the outside, you will probably want her to wait until to place the ladder until John is actually inside and is occupying the attention of the men who are supposed to be watching those cameras.
Yes.
So you
Is there
could-
a position that the ladder can be placed that the ladder itself is not visible once placed?
Once placed, yes.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, yes. Wait for John to go in, and then once theoretically distracting the people who are supposed to be watching, get the ladder in place and get up.
You guys are techy enough, you can have set up non-verbal signals between each other so that John could actually tell Das, with a quick beep or two, they're both distracted. With no eyes on camera.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, do that then.
It is still going to be a mixed exert and sneak check because you still don't want to make a lot of noise with that ladder and alert the guard outside. So let's get a sneak strength check.
Oh man. Sneak strength. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you said sneak and not exert, because yeah, sneak strength is +0, and it's a 12.
Oh my! See, your skill dice are making up for your hit points.
Indeed. I will put out there, right? That is the fixed wisdom is +1, so that's that's 11 and 12 on the dice.
I think our dice are militant pacifists and they support non-lethal things while decrying lethal.
Yes. It's like Das's hit points are statistically worse than D4s, but skill dice roll high.
Either that, or there is just some fucking expert skill die bias. Because you remember how badly Percy was doing for a while on everything but shooting.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, Das is able to carry the ladder over with a minimum of noise, largely using some upper body strength to keep it steady and keep it from dragging. And boy, is she already tired.
Yeah.
What was that, Viral?
I said Das has upper body strength.
Yeah, exactly.
A little. I imagine she's like braced it against herself. It would be comical watching her struggle up to the wall.
Yeah. Okay. So ladder in place. I'll get up it. Get out of the camera view as quick as I can.
It's significantly easier to extend it once it's in place because we're in the future. Ladders aren't quite as difficult as they used to be. Chicken scramble up and onto the roof, and find those air vents. From there, it's just a matter of quickly unscrewing them. There's cameras. Not supposed to be anybody up here.
No, of course not.
And that's exactly when you run into someone.
Yeah, be like, there's not supposed to be anyone up here, so there's no cameras. Wait, why is there someone here? That's the point we find out, like, there's 2 separate teams doing this on the same day.
I wouldn't pull that.
Again,
2 operations in a row.
Yeah, like we're doing this in retaliation for 2 operations on the same day, and it's like, wait, what are you doing here? You're doing the same thing? What? But yeah, into the vents.
All right. Das, as I said, makes short work of the entry and scrambles inside. I'm going to flip back over to John here. John, You're being escorted by Jones. Unfortunate choice of name there. I didn't even think about it. Um, into the data center or the data server, which is a fairly cool building, very very large, and you can imagine that there's quite considerable insulation to keep it so cool, which of course would have made it difficult for external bombs to get there. And just rows upon rows of server racks, idly blinking. They're not in active use. They're simply the lights on them simply indicate that they're operational and the correct temperature, and that nothing is amiss. Jones has about as much clue about data servers as I do, maybe a little bit more because he does work here. Says, "Oh, this, go do your thing, Inspector." John does note that there is one other person inside who appears to be idly patrolling. I suppose it's worth drawing a box now.
It's always worth drawing a box, is it not?
Usually. This is more less of a box and more of a actual map.
Fair. If the map happens to be shaped like a box, then so be it.
Yes. Yes. And I mainly do that so that I can take these guys. Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, they do. Okay. They shouldn't be named Spec Ops though. No, they're all named Spec Ops.
We know who you mean.
I looked at this thing, and you know what the first thing I thought was?
What?
Upside down flag, or not upside down. Oh, ID card.
ID card.
Oh god. Yeah, I was just look at it like Omega. Oh.
Alright, little tiny guards. Got one outside. Got one kind of in the entrance over there, and one that's patrolling around. This is not their exact location, just an approximation of where they are for you to coordinate and a little bit easier for yourselves.
What's happened to Douglas and Das? We're just suddenly upside down.
Are you?
We were. Not anymore.
Oh, okay. Peculiar.
My fault completely.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I tried to zoom into the map and I ended up flipping the two of you.
Right. Yeah. No, it was just like, you know, we were there, and then like if I grab Das and Percy and do Nox managed to do that.
I find this entertaining.
I'm in the upside down. Playing this campaign.
So that first area that you exit into, from the guard room is lots and lots of equipment dedicated to maintaining the climate in here. And you do see all the vents around the floor, and can assume that Das is either in one of them or making her way there. Right now, John has Jones. Guards. Why did I label it plural? Right now, John has Jones watching him, and knows that there's the other guard around the way, as well as the one inside that is currently calling to Council of March. He's probably going to get a receptionist and going to spend 15 minutes on hold, but he is calling in this operation.
Yeah,
He's
so
on a timer already.
yeah.
So, yeah. Tour the place, see the servers, storage room.
Do you want to do anything right now to make it easier for Das to move out of event?
I don't think there's any way to time it so that we can look at the server area so that Das can get out of event and into a easier area, and then as they're being led away from the storage area, Das can take over in the
You broke up at the end there.
we can head server way while Das gets out of the vent, and we can move over to storage areas while Das has the freedom to go into the data area.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think what I've got from that is that Jones is kind of clinging to you, and you're going to lead your inspection so that there's a vent Das can clamber out of, while the other guard is also not in that direction.
We just lead them on a rotation that has a blind spot.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and give me. Yeah, I don't think that necessarily needs a check. So, moving along there. Communicating that is not terribly difficult because Das can hear when John is passing a vent. She's familiar enough with events that, unlike other people, you're not going to get disoriented by which direction is that sound coming from in a multi-tunnel vent system.
I've spent enough time in the browser to sort of get that sense in of like, okay, that echoed a bunch, but it's over there.
Exactly. And so the only challenge that Das has is climbing down. Currently an event on the roof. She's needing to climb down a smooth vent that is taking hot air out of the room, so it's kind of hot in the vent. Or pumping cold air down. Either one, it's not terribly comfortable temperature-wise.
Yeah, either way is not really comfortable. But yeah.
I guess
okay.
That definition of hot air would still be cold, so either way, it's cold air. But there's no handholds or anything inside these vents, so she's having to do a little Santa Claus parkour action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one more check from you, real quick.
Okay.
Exert Dex.
Okay. Another +0.
Take it on all
It
your
had
best
to end
skills.
sometime.
Ooh, yeah, that was
Had
it.
to end sometime.
We had
Um,
good times.
Yeah, that's. I think that's low enough that I'm going to do reroll.
Okay.
There's no way. There's no way I roll lower than that. Surely.
You rolled a 1 and a 2. That's worth a
Well,
roll.
exactly. Yeah.
It's unlikely, but you almost jinxed it.
You almost jinxed it.
Fine,
There was
it's
a
fine.
possibility of rolling worse.
There was, but it didn't happen because my skill dice are not D4s.
So Das, being a competent expert, has saved her from disaster. What I'm imagining happened here is that she was looking over the vent to see, how she should tackle getting down it. Figured it out. Kind of contorted herself, her compact, short little body, to go feet first, and a less expert person might have just flopped around, put themselves on their belly, and started hanging them over. Das checked her equipment to make sure nothing would fall. And that's where your expert reroll got you, and a lesser non-expert would have sounded the alarm with a falling flashlight clattering to the ground.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Unless you've got a different description that you want to go with there.
No, that sounds good. Yeah.
It's still a bit rough getting down the vent, but they're small enough that she can wedge enough and make her way down and out. You are now in the server room.
Okay. Need some kind of terminal, or to plug in a datapad to one of the servers.
Okay.
And then go from there. Is there a terminal, or?
There are terminals. They do have kind of a regular system diagnostics terminals that DAS could probably get in to see the data. It's not its intended purpose, but it is connected in a way that would allow it, as far as DAS knows about server data structure and such on Lumiere.
Yeah. Well, if it's there for diagnostics, it's got to be connected to something.
Exactly.
So, yeah, give that a go. I will look around. I will find whichever terminal looks sort of the most hidden from the most angles.
Okay.
They're probably not particularly well hidden, but if there's one that's a bit more hidden, I'll take it.
They're not great. They are linked every other server row, so DAS can discern from that every other server row is its own connected terminal. And getting around to one on a quick check, she's going to need line shunts.
Okay. How many?
Yes.
No, not for this one. One line shunt is going to need to be placed in the room with the guards. So let me draw you X's. Draw. You've got one line shunt over here, which is basically going to bypass any alerts of tampering, or at least attempt to bypass that kind of data. And then one line shunt over here, which next to the cooling. And your third line shunt is going to be at the opposite end of the server rack for whichever terminal you choose. And I'll place, did I include an even number? I did, awesome. So, those are your terminals. I should have drawn them
Okay.
squares instead of circles. That makes more sense for a computer. But whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
And also and I mind.
Okay.
And I'll draw little tiny X's for where those other line shunts go.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm definitely glad that I have sensed the need, because otherwise I do not have enough line shunts.
It occurs to me.
It occurs to me that I should have bought some before we came here, but
Aside from that, it occurs to me if you take the top terminal, then you can put 2 line shunts basically next to each other. Less fucking about.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll pick whichever one gives me the best overall layout, which I think is probably that top one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Vague, but yeah. See, the sense the need is like, yeah, I knew this would be needed, and I just didn't even. This should not have needed to be a sense the need, but I think I need to sense the need for an extra line shunt.
As a general tip, having at least 3 anywhere you go is probably a good idea.
Yeah. Definitely should have.
I
You can
won't.
fuck off, yeah, sorry.
I won't ever make any single terminal take more than 3. But as you can see here, if you wanted to hack
If we wanted,
multiple terminals, yeah. I do like the line shunts being somewhat location terminal specific.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. I was talking to him. Sorry.
So let me see how John's doing over there with the inspection. Now you've kind of been trailed by Jones and trying to also keep an eye on where the other guard is so that John can intercept if he needs. He's got a general idea of where Das is and what she's doing. And it's been communicated in some way that Das is going to need to be over in that section, somewhat exposed, at least for a few seconds, against, say, a patrolling guard who is continuing on his patrol. John wants to stop that guy's patrol.
Yeah, let's actually see about talking to the patrolling guard now and figure out what the general schedule going on is around here. Talk at length about that. Also give our guy a chance to slip away and place that.
Okay. So John's trying to keep Jones and the other guard occupied here for a minute.
Yeah.
I hate Zeke's name in your game, Jackal, because I was just about to type Van Man or Vanderman.
Well,
Cody, that's what I call it.
that's not even my fault.
I'm still blaming you.
It's not even my fault. You see, this is what we call a dictatorship.
Vandervalen is the other, the patrolling guard.
Yeah, Vandervale and Vanderwalls, what's the difference?
Oh, it's Van Manderville. Okay, not Van Der or anything. Got a lot of Vans in these games.
It's a good one, I suppose.
All right. Why don't you make me a? It seems like another lead charisma check for John.
How else do you transport so many people planet side if not by minivans?
Man.
Okay. John is able to raise the the topic of patrols and guardly duties in a competent way, given that he knows quite a bit about that lifestyle, and in a manner that Jones can't answer all the questions and calls over for Vandervalen to, kind of back up his own knowledge of the playbook. Hey, Vandervalen's more experienced than me. Let's ask him. He's my superior also. And so you've now got Jones and Vandervalen over here. With that roll, Ginja, I don't believe I need to even ask you to roll a sneak check for Dash.
Nice. Cool.
So you've just got the one shunt left.
What have I placed so far? I can't remember where we're at.
I'm gonna circle them for you.
Yep.
And we're also gonna put them in a different color because things are getting confusing.
Yeah. Okay, let me find the price for a line shunt. 100 credit. Oh, we're buying lots of those when we can. But for right now, just the one. I'm guessing I could get that for the 100 at some point before this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. As long as you have the 100 credits, which I know you do. So.
Oh, I've got enough. Yeah, I've got loads of monies.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. I think that
there we go. That's much clearer.
Yeah. Cool. So there's the one in the room, and that's the guy that's calling stuff in, right?
That's the guy that's calling stuff in.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just peek around the door and just see if he's facing this way.
Okay. For that, I do want a sneak check with Dex.
A sneak with Dex. 7.
Difficulty was only 6. Dax is able to peek through, open the door enough because it does not have a window in it. Open the door enough to peek through, and get an idea of what he's about. Ignoring viral, I'm gonna just mute him for now. And yes, he's attentive enough that this check has given you a temperature check, or effectively telling you what the difficulty would be if you wanted Dash to sneak out and actually make that. So if you want Dash to place that shunt and then sneak back, the difficulty for that is 10.
Yeah. That's too high.
There are, of course, other options.
How obvious is placing a shunt?
If done by someone who is skilled enough at knowing what they're doing, it's not typically very obvious. And the placement of this shunt it's underneath a desk-ish, so it's in a location that's not going to be immediately seen.
Yeah.
Which is to your benefit.
Okay.
While you're pondering that, I'm gonna go back to John real quick. And John, your henchman is placing bombs. Let's go ahead and get a skill check for them. I believe. There we go. Yes, they do have a sheet, so you can click on that. or if you want to just roll it straight, they are rolling a 2d6 plus 1. They are skilled at this. They are proficient. Plus any bonuses that you give them for skill checks, if any. All right, we did the thing for you. And do you have any bonuses to their skill checks yet, or is that the vaunted 7th level that you keep waiting for?
That is the level 7 thing that I've been waiting for.
No. Okay. All right. Well, fortunately, with explosives, you can't typically fail to put a thing somewhere. What you can do is fail to place it in just the snug place that uses the least amount of explosives. So he is going to need to use 2. And that also means that John has to help distract so that he can move about and not look suspicious in his inspections for a little bit longer. And I'm going to offer you a choice between lead and charisma or sneak and charisma, knowing that your lead is a lot better, but the sneak will allow him to retract the second bomb need and only place 1. The difficulty is the same for both skills.
Question to the rest of us here. Do we actually have any kind of need to conserve bombs? Can we just go around using bombs willy-nilly?
I only had 2 Douglas specials made up, but yes, in the I need to craft some more demo charges.
But we also have a Douglas, so we can do that.
Yeah. Making bombs will not be an issue going forward. It's I can make them pretty much by the maybe not by the dozens, but
yeah. But we don't actually need to conserve bombs.
Correct.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try to sneak anyways.
Okay. You haven't used your expert reroll yet, so you'll have that.
Just have to minimize my character sheet. Charisma.
That was a difficulty. I think that's what I said, right?
Okay. You said the difficulty is the same either way.
Yes.
You didn't say what the number was.
Oh, okay. Yes, the difficulty was intended to be 8. I thought I said that, but did not. So yeah, given a little bit of extra time, he's able to get it placed according to Douglas's instruction. Now, Douglas didn't have, the exact blueprint of where things would be, but his initial placement, which he thought would be good enough, John has afforded him a little bit of extra time to not just get the job done right. And so it does only use 1 Douglas special demo charge. Now, everything's all set up. You just need to get DAS access to the terminals if you want to see what information you are blowing up. I'm going to offer you a little bit more information now that DAS has been inside this building. And with a little bit of pre-planning you've done, DAS knows that this... let me actually get my notes up so I'm not just pulling it out of memory. DAS knows that this facility is a proper data archive center. Storage. It's not connected to the outside world. That, of course, makes it, as are most things in stars, very difficult to hack from the outside. You actually have no other way of getting to this data except being inside this facility. I guess that wasn't as much of a reveal as I thought it was. Some other details. It is going to be a +2 difficulty. That's not really going to be an issue for Dash once she's gotten the more difficult part of planting line shunts resolved. That's the other part. There's also a lot of data here, and with it being basically data cold storage, it's going to be heavily compressed and probably also have some form of encryption to kind of supplement the lackluster security they've got on site. So a couple of things that Dash can work out just from knowing hacking. You do have Hacker 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got the full all the data protocols and everything. So there's not going to be any opportunity for partial data acquisition. At least not the kind of like I download from these servers everything from these servers. Dash will have to get into the terminal that she's already working on getting into and target something. Once she finds out what's on these, target something that she wants to know, and you'll basically be limited to ask a general question, I think it is. 50, I believe. Nope, come on.
55 for hacking.
Right, I know that. I confused myself because last time I said 55 was for something else, and I was told no, that was a different page, and so I thought my all right. Yeah, it's get general information is what she'll be limited to. She can, of course, answer a specific question, but that's you've also got general information. Complete database acquisition would take 2 storage units and 4 hours.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're not staying around that long. Should make some custom storage units at some point. That's another thing we could probably engineer, like lighter storage units or something.
Sorry, I had to bolt for a second.
They're like 3 encumbrance.
I mean, there's a mod that does that.
Yeah, I think there is.
What was that, Ellie?
I don't think she said anything. I did though.
Me?
He said it very quietly.
Oh yeah. Something was said very quietly, and I couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah, I think it was me. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted because the cat is trying to steal my dinner. Yeah, so I was just saying, what did we... you know what, not important, I'll catch up. We should try to figure out what we want to do at the surface, if we can get anything.
Oh, I see your question there. I was basically going on, expounding on stars without numbers default assumption that few things are actually wirelessly connectable.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Cool, so I didn't miss much.
Yeah. You are very quiet, Varel.
Oh, fucking course I am. I forgot to put my headset back down. The microphone's up on the side of my head.
That's much better.
Yep.
That would explain it, yes. Anyways, I wonder if they have any data about Cassian in there that he might be interested to know.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I don't
what
think
I'm
we have.
thinking.
We don't have any specific questions, do we?
No, I don't
he
think
just
so.
wanted the place blowing up as a message.
Yeah. So, we should so if we are getting any data, we should see if we can get something that will put us in his good graces.
Yeah.
More so than just doing this job in the first place would.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. I think in terms of that last line shunt, I think I'm actually going to try and hand that off to one of the henches.
Okay.
Like put the line shunt somewhere that's marginally hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And then ping a message over to one of the henches that's like, or to John to forward on or whatever. That's basically like, there's a line shunt here. I need it in this specific location, and I can't get there.
I was hoping you were going to say that sense the need for one of them to have a line shunt.
No, I already sensed the need for a line shunt because I forgot to buy them. So,
yeah, the handoff is easily handled.
Yeah, I can just leave it in the cooling area somewhere, slightly out of sight, and just say it's here. And they can just inspect that piece of equipment and palm the line shunt.
Okay.
You know?
Maybe I should take wild psychic talent so I can get sense the need.
What? Have an extra rocket?
Much offered earlier. Yeah, right.
Okay. This plan will effectively conclude John's inspection of, or at least his initial inspection of the servers, and take him out of the server room, and either take Vandervalen with him or leave Vandervalen patrolling while Das hacks. It would be a difficult effort to try and get Vandervalen to stop patrolling, especially after you've just gone over their routines and proper procedures.
You've just reminded them what they should be doing.
I'm not sure that leaving him there is too much of a problem.
Okay. He wasn't like, running laps around the server room. It's cold and he's keeping himself warm. But he's also bundled up and doesn't really have to do much more than keep himself moving. Which is also what he's supposed to be doing anyway. So he's just walking around in a circuit and looking down the roads to make sure that none of the servers have gotten up and started walking around.
Yeah.
So you might have to worry about in the future.
It is something you might have to worry about in the future. When I put the rest of the list there later, I think it's something you might have had to worry about with the drone doing if you'd picked a different one. And it's great because I think you one of your first 3 selections was that drone that was making me cackle so much. I'll tell you more later.
Does the resourceful rover just go walkies?
No, there's the one that is fastidious minded, constantly organizes things. All right, so we've got Jones following John back out into the chess room, we're going to call it. Vandervalen resuming his patrol, and we know where Das is. We know where she is. Yeah. And the line shunt handed off. Now comes the question. You want the henchman to try and make the fairly easy check to place it inconspicuously, or are you going to take that on John to distract so that he doesn't have to make a skill check?
I will take on to John to do the distraction.
Okay.
Because I have a reroll, and the henchkeepers do not.
You do.
So, yeah, I guess to distract them by doing some kind of quick exit interview. Let them know that they'll be contacted. In the next few weeks, an email from their direct superiors.
Okay. One labeled supervisor over there, because apparently that's his name.
Supervisor to supervisor.
It's kind of a self-prophetic thing. Unfortunately, it didn't intend to be a supervisor of guards, but there he is.
But his parents always knew that he would be a supervisor.
Oh no, remember, on Lamiera, unless you're somebody important, you get to choose your own last name.
Oh, right.
So he chose the last name supervisor.
Please, that's Mr.
You
Supervisor.
get named for the job you want.
So, Mr. Supervisor over there is says that the Council of March doesn't know anything about an inspection here.
Funny that.
Fight, 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 fight.
You
Funny that whatever customer service PR rep you contacted didn't know about internal audits.
Well, I got past first stage customer service, Mr. Yeah, says whatever name John introduced himself as.
Mr. Last name.
Mr. Last name, yeah. Mr. 119.
John last name.
Meanwhile,
The go-to generic name has changed from Joe Schmo to John Schmon.
the hench has been able to place the line shunt, and Das has access. I'm going to pause the scene before we make the roll to see if John is a full distraction, and go over to Das. You have access.
Okay. Let's get in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Well, I'm not in yet. I will be.
Alright, I kind of miss being a hacker, so I could just say that every time.
Yeah. Cool.
Getting into the system and assessing the data structure and file names and data names, server names, what I'm looking for, is all easy without a check, and more or less does confirm what Das is assumed this server farm was used for. It's just offsite storage of archived data that still needs to be kept. The servers still need to be kept live so that they can be updated with new incoming. The content of this data storage is archived news, inbound and local news, and that's not interesting. What's interesting about that is that there are scattered files flagged as non-release. What that means, what that entails, would be an answer a specific question hacking action.
Okay. Are there enough of them that I can't just download them all and check later, or?
Yes, due to the the location-based encryption and also
Right. Okay.
entangled data. So there's data on different parts of the server that you can't know exactly where the separate parts are. So just downloading a portion of it willy-nilly is going to get you garbage in addition to the on-site encryption. That's where the get general information or the answer a specific question stuff will come in. You can ask what kind of basically what those non-release flags mean, and you could then search for specific news event and use get general information to download everything on that. But just a complete dump of the data on this server, or any partial dump of data without specifically hacking to get the right files, is going to get you a whole bunch of static.
Okay. Yeah. 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 News archive seems. Okay.
But you have to wonder, what news did they think wasn't suitable for letting out to the public? Dex, how long would it... Oh, sorry, Genja, go on.
Go on.
Okay, now I was going to say, how hard would it be for DAS to start to decrypt stuff to get an idea of, like what's in there, whether it's worth investigating further?
That's basically the answer to a specific question, action.
Okay.
Yeah, I think do that. Figure out what it is. Figure out why this flag is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
then we can figure out whether we should steal it.
Figure out whether to steal it. Yeah. The answer's probably yes, but you know.
Yeah. You really don't even need to roll the dice, but I'm going to ask you, please roll in program, and it is hacking. The difficulty is 10.
I'm feeling an 11 here. I'm feeling an 11.
So I need to roll a 5 on the dice, on 4 dice. 16.
Okay.
I was wrong.
4, 6, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Meowkin's guess there is correct. These non-release files are data that it's news events that got scraped off of news blogs, or which came in from ships and then deleted from the outbound release. So it is very Lamiera to receive news from other stations, from other systems, and be like, nope, we don't want other people that are coming into the system to receive that news, and delete it from the what's supposed to be Galactic Mandate controlled beacons, mail beacons.
Oh yeah, that's probably definitely against Galactic Mandate, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's very much against against the Galactic Mandate Police Agreement.
Are we turning from pirates to whistleblowers?
There are also archived articles from personal blogs from professional journalists that include news that Lamiera government, just mostly council, but some house flags also, just did not want issued in release or on their blog. They will go onto your blog website and delete your content.
Does the flag say that, like, the for any specific article? Does the flag say like which house or whatever removed it, or is it just it was removed?
It's just it was removed.
Okay.
But here's where you get to think about over the course of the break that we're about to take, is that having hacked into this terminal here, and we're including the entire data storage warehouse in that. We're not going to make you go to different terminals just to access different news events. You can, for each get general information that you want to roll and succeed, ask about particular newsworthy events throughout the sector or in Lamiera, and if the data is there, you will acquire it. It will count as unprepared because DAS didn't really have a way of knowing that you'd need to download something this specific. She, of course, would have prepared for general download stuff, but this is a little bit different from just, hey, we're getting the information from the server. This is including very specific search and routine algorithms to try and find the coupled data and collect it. It's something that she could prepare for if she wanted to come back and not suffer the penalty, but you're here now.
Yeah. Well, I think coming back and not suffering the penalty, I think there would be more of a penalty from the fact the servers are a pile of ash.
That would make it more difficult.
That's a sizable penalty, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible. They're all right behind enough. But
in fairness, there will be some help from the fact that the security personnel are also ash, possibly.
Yes.
Notably, these servers aren't employing Caliburn technology, so again, it doesn't really help you guys, but failing doesn't immediately set off any kind of data destruction protocols.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take our break. Sorry to the assault team over there. I know that this hasn't been the most exciting, but your stealth operation team is just doing too good. And we'll come back in 15 minutes.
We will open fire in 15 minutes.
Go ahead and bring us back into frame. And did you give much thought to what kind of news or events you want to know about, as far as what Lamiera has learned and or scrapped?
Actually, we should have been talking about that, but now I think about it, they're kind of a they're kind of a nexus for anything, because a lot of news travels through Lamiera, right? So it's centrally located, and there's a lot of places where that's the only jump to get to the other parts of the sector, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is very specifically identified as a trade hub, as far as its mechanical system tags go. Well, not mechanical, but world building system tags.
I mean, it is essentially the crossroads for the sector, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Which
makes me wonder.
I guess you can kind of go around it if you go through Corfali, but.
Okay, here's something that I'm curious to hear if they've got anything about, but they haven't mentioned. Zoe Luru's reappearance.
Can you repeat that?
I said, here's something that I'm curious to know if they've got information about, but haven't said to the public. Zoe Luru's reappearance. Anything related to that? Because if that is, then not only will that be interesting to know in general, Cassian will definitely be interested.
How specific do we have to be with requesting, trying to download the news on a specific thing? Is it specific events, or is it download say anything that mentions Zoe LaRue in the last year or something?
I'd want you to be more specific than anything that mentions Zoe LaRue in the last year, and less specific than specific events. So, for example, if you wanted anything about Zoe LaRue's kidnapping, supposed kidnapping, that would be good. Anything surrounding Zoe LaRue's return, that would be a different one.
Right. Okay. Yep.
I'll let you decide because you're the one in there, but I'm feeling like Zoe LaRue's return is the one potentially of interest. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Although Nox brings up a good point, if we do get the chance, it'd be nice to see if there's anything about her disappearance as well.
Yeah, yeah. And this is a get general information, right?
It is a get general information, yes.
Okay.
So you've hacked once. You've got a +1 from that. You know that it's a government system. It's got a +2 from that. And you are, it's basically an unplanned hack. So you've got a +2 from that.
15.
Starting at a 15.
Okay. I mean, it's doable, clearly, but.
I've got to be honest, Dex, when you said it's a +2 from being a government system, I thought you meant that they were so easy to get into that DAS gets a +2.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Don't we wish?
Alas.
Yeah, I think the reappearance then. I think that's if we get one thing, I want it to be that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything on Zoe's reappearance.
Oh, and I should also add that you can get rid of the +2 difficulty modifier for a rushed hack or an unplanned hack if you can spend 10 minutes here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a main action.
I think Van der Valen would catch me by then.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you need something of a distraction for the people that are there?
Maybe.
Doug, Elise, what do we think? Does that need a distraction?
Is it go time?
Hold on, yeah, did I hear distraction?
Well, yes,
How loud do they want it?
Das would have a better chance of getting this if she could get 10 minutes for it. So do you think we can do enough to keep them busy for 10 minutes?
Is it?
I think you broke up there, Jackal. What was that?
He did.
Oh, I said that's it? Just 10 minutes?
For this one, yeah.
Yeah. For the first thing, at least, there may then be further things we want to find out.
Also, Dex, we're experienced operators. Would we be able to get a sense of, like, do we think Das would be able to tell that there's carnage going on outside if we start carnage outside?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I know I paid out for that recycle. I don't know if I ever actually noted it down.
Better pay for it or the repo's gonna come.
Right? No, I paid for it in cash. Don't worry. Well, close thing to cash. I paid my 5K for it. Unless I need to add some extra cost to that. Oh, right. I didn't settle on the mod stuff, did I? I need to add that. Oh, gosh. I can't believe I forgot all that.
I will say it is a weird transition. It's a slight tangent here. From decades of in-person gaming where all the shopping was done during the session into the online gaming where I'm encouraging, no, just take care of all that outside the session. It's so easy to just, like, a week or 2 weeks goes by and whoops, I didn't do that. But when you're all sitting around the table, y'all do that right then and there.
It's not one.
Anyways, tangent over. Are you guys going to try and create a distraction? Give Das the 10 minutes that she needs to properly work this into a hack without drawing police attention? Because that, of course, might cut short the 10 minutes. Well, it wouldn't. The police wouldn't cut short the 10 minutes. You'd still have 10-minute response time there, but it would mean that you've also got police to contend with.
I'm okay with that. I would like to know how the rest of the group is, although it does also occur to me that as much as I'd like a fight, it would be more impressive if we could just pull this off clean and professional.
Yeah.
So it's a question of how willing is the rest of the assault team to do an assault, and how confident is Das in being able to handle it at the current difficulty without the +2 removed?
So I've just sort of checked. I was pretty sure I was right, and I've checked it, and I am. At the 15, it's about a 50-50.
Okay.
If we get rid of the +2, it's 80-20.
Okay. How do you feel about 50-50?
I mean, I don't have a reroll, so I'd say it's 50-50.
What I mean is, are you willing to do 50, or would you rather have the 80-20? Would you
Oh,
rather use the 80-20?
I'm fine with taking a 50-50 if we're okay with it being a 50-50 that we get the data.
Okay, how's everyone else feel?
Like, I think you're right. It would be like kind of impressive if we just pull this off, and it's like the only real thing of something going wrong is Das running out the door.
Yeah.
And then the building just goes up.
I mean, if the building goes up, that's going to distract them, and I mean, it's going to explode either way.
Yeah, yeah. But just the image of like they're standing in like the room in the chess room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Das sprints through. They're like, wait, who, what?
Yeah, and then crater.
And then the building goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the rest of the group think? Do we want to do 50-50 on data and definitely get away with it nice and clean either way? Or do we want to create a fuss and get a better chance of getting some data that might not be there?
Nox has noted that they wouldn't risk it at a 50-50 reroll, with no reroll, but would go for an 80-20 with no alarms.
80-20 is going loud.
Yeah, it's either no alarms or 80-20. We don't get both, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily. It's only going loud if you decide that your distraction is to start shooting people.
This is true.
I mean, I figured that was how we would distract.
Yeah.
I might remind you that there are melee execution attacks.
Yeah. Can John come up with some excuse that he needs to go and see some specific server again and get both the guards there to point at something for like 10 minutes or 8 minutes or something?
Or even if you can just get them both in one place, and then.
Oh no, it's 50-50 if 50% if we don't, 80% if we do, success wise.
Yeah, but no, we're going to be so. If we don't create a distraction, it's 50-50. If we do create a distraction, then we've created a distraction, but it's 80-20 in favor.
That would certainly create a distraction.
Christina.
What I'm thinking is that if we can get John to successfully, like, say, bring the guards somewhere up, maybe to give them a review or something, or to talk to him about what he's found, and then, like, Percy and Elise, for example, just pop up behind him with guns, like, okay, stay real quiet. We're gonna sit here for a little while.
Okay. That would certainly get you the no alarms, as long as none of them trigger an alarm.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I'm up for that. Elise or Libra or Doug or whoever else wants to come. How do we feel?
I will follow you.
Okay.
I'm good with the plan.
Yeah, in that case, I think I like this plan. Just take your time. Now watch as we get a 20% chance of nope, sorry.
Alright, so if I'm understanding correctly, you are trying to get Jones and Supervisor in the same room, or are you also trying to get Vandervalen into the room with you?
We're trying to get John to round up as many people as he can who might cause trouble for Das.
It's Vandervalen mostly.
Yeah, to get a sort of view of, okay, I've been through the facility, here's what I think about your, like, guard proceedings and stuff. Talk shit at them for a little bit until we rock up behind them with guns out and then go, okay, we're all going to sit here quietly for a bit, not move, not raise any alarms or catch a bullet.
Alright. So then I've got Jones and Vandervalen being distracted by Jones, Vandervalen, and Supervisor being distracted by John, such that you can move up. That does leave guards.
Mr. Guards.
Yeah, Mr. Guards.
Hello, guard.
Able to see now?
I'm gonna name him Mr. Star. That does leave Mr. Star outside.
Mr.
And just an alert guard to contend with on your approach inside while John is distracting them.
Okay, in that case, if we
I
okay,
mean, we don't necessarily need the rocking up with guns, though. Is the thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, if John can get them all in that room, even for like 8 minutes or something,
That's something. Yeah. Yep.
it might be enough.
What I'm also thinking is we could alternatively round them up, hold them at gunpoint, and then say to Libra to hunt down that one guy because she's a combat android. She's going to be stealthier than all of us put together, probably. And she's she's the most capable of us of killing someone in melee.
I don't recall Libra being very stealthy, but she is capable of killing somebody in melee.
Okay, yes, yeah. Like she's quiet on a gunshot.
She's not. She's not. If she uses the plasma blaster, it's loud. However, she can still punch someone.
I was gonna say, you're telling me she ain't strong enough to choke someone?
Oh, she absolutely is. Yes. Oh, you said
There you go,
quieter
then.
than a gunshot. I thought I misheard you.
Yeah.
I thought you said she's quiet with her gunshot.
No, I said quieter than a gunshot.
Yes, she absolutely is. Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
Unless she uses her guns.
Unless she uses her guns.
And then she's about as loud as a gunshot because it's a gunshot.
Probably louder.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I think the plan then is, do we want John to try and tangle them up talking shit, or do we want to just threaten their lives, which are about to end anyway with a massive fire explosion?
Uh, Nox is unable to respond, so
Yeah, everyone else is just choosing not to.
yes. Well, I'm gonna.
Could you say that again?
Oh, I was saying, do we want Nox to try and give them a performance review to tangle them up, or do we want him to start doing that and then we just walk in and go, okay, everyone quiet?
I'm gonna add in
we can
here.
see how the performance review goes first, and then
I feel like we've gone loud, or we've gone quiet for so long. I think at this point it seems to be working, and
Okay,
we're gonna fix it.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
So whatever we can to keep it quiet. I don't know.
Okay.
Not that I wouldn't mind going loud. Either way.
I still think we should get Libra to jump the person that didn't come to the review, though.
All right. So how about if I'll put this into kind of a button that you can press. John can gather 3 people. One of those people has to be supervisor. The other 2 are your choice between Jones, Vandervalen, and Star. John is unlikely to be able to talk to them for 10 minutes or even 8 minutes because Mr. Supervisor is already suspicious. Mr. Supervisor has called into Council of March, and regardless of how high up he got in the chain of things, was unable to confirm any kind of inspection or anything, and he hasn't clearly seen John's identity, which is a good thing for John because it's not a good identity. So John's not going to be able to do 10 minutes.
And based on that, they've already failed their performance review.
Yeah, it's like, here's your performance review. You didn't look at my ID well enough. You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Boom.
And also, you didn't search the bags. And also, we've got all your data.
And also, we've stuck in some hostiles to the building behind you.
I really you should probably be wishing that this was actually a third party doing an inspection, not a real breach.
Yeah.
So with that button.
Yeah. So I think quiet if we can.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Okay,
if
in
we
that
can.
case, I think while he's running the performance review, we get in, get ready to jump them or get ready to stop them if they try and leave, and then just hold them until Das Ping says that she's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you want Jones and Vandervalen
in the room, and you
Yeah.
want to find another way to take care of Star.
Libra is a way to take care of Star.
Okay.
If needed.
Well,
I
Star.
mean, we don't.
Yeah, Star will need to be contended with before the next part of your plan of holding them at gunpoint can go forward. They
Yeah,
all
well-
have external communication capability if they're allowed,
Yeah.
full access.
And we don't want them to find you.
No, but what I mean is, if we don't need to hold them at gunpoint, then we don't need to deal with Star. But
Oh, I see what
We
you're saying.
can- we don't want them to find you though.
yeah, but Star's outside. They're not going to.
Oh, okay.
Star's the one in the parking area.
Ah, right, got you. I
It's,
thought he
it's
was.
Van, Van der Valen's the one that's going to potentially
right.
find Daz.
No,
Okay. Right, yeah.
John pulls Jones. Jones is already there. Pulls Vander Valen into the what do we call it? The chess room. Das hears that clearly, and the affirmative from Mr. Vander Halen, or Vander Valen, and
Halen.
can begin more cautiously proceeding with her hack. John begins his review and knows that he does not have a lot of time before talking and holding their attention before there's going to need to be more than just talking. Knox, if you're able, go ahead and roll me. We're going to do, I think, lead with charisma or admin with charisma will work again. And as always, if you need me to roll for you, I can.
Ooh, that's a 10.
That is a physical save.
But that is a 10 as well.
As a 10 on lead charisma.
Okay, there it is. I saw the physical save first. Yes. That will buy enough time for your second part, someone to take out Star, because you're still going to need somebody to get in there and not necessarily make noise, but prevent them from calling out. Mr. Supervisor is starting to ask more pointed questions and trying to key in on identifying or confirming his suspicions that John is not who he says he is.
I mean, he's right, but
Yeah, he's right, but we can't let
We
him
don't
think
want him to be able to confirm that.
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So is Libra going to take out Star by herself, or is somebody trying to help distract him so that Libra can do a walk up?
I mean, he's out in front of the building. I can always ride my obnoxiously loud new hover cycle by.
Yeah.
Flip him off, just because.
I was going to offer to look. I was going to offer to look like I'm going into the building to get him to go. Oh, what are you doing? But
I was gonna offer to go up and talk to him, but I like that one better.
All
Yeah,
right,
same.
you're on the spot here, Doug.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Flip him! Fuck you!
This sounds like a performed charisma to me.
Hey, I have performance.
You do.
do you have charisma though?
Not bad at charisma, at least. That's a neat.
Oh
that's a
my
zero.
goodness.
Oh.
I'm the most
Nice.
obnoxious biker this guy has ever seen.
All right, someone roll for Libra. Her difficulty is 6, and she's proficient.
You said she is proficient?
She is. Uh huh.
Alright, find the
Hold up,
sheet.
hold it.
Oh, you got it already pulled up?
Yeah.
I see.
Okay. Killstar. There is no escaping that that chokehold once she's gotten powerful android arms locked around him. He can't even raise his voice above a hoarse whisper, and that's just wasting breath.
Does he try?
Oh, he absolutely does try. He tries. He's trying. His arms are flailing. He's slapping at what may as well just be steel tank plating. And within
It basically
seconds,
is.
he's knocked unconscious, and she jerks his neck and breaks it.
Mm.
Star is dead. The situation inside is slowly coming to a head. Slowly, because John did roll a 10 on that lead charisma. It's likely to you're likely to still need to intercede to give Das more time. But his check there ensured he kept all of their attention, so that none of them checked in with Star or even cared about the loud commotion of a hover bike outside. Who is rolling in on them?
Percy for sure.
Percy. Okay.
Gonna keep a slightly healthy distance, but still moving forward.
All right.
Oh, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess Douglas might as well go with Percy now, right?
Yeah, come on, man. You wanted to be a frontliner. Get in here.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna put Libra over there. I'm gonna write Douglas.
With a
Now, hang on,
rocket
why
launcher
am I-
strapped to my back.
Why am I upright again? There we go.
I did that.
Rude.
I did it again.
You can't just unhorizontal a guy like that.
Wow. Right? That was just the way I wanted it to be.
Let's go ahead and keep them upright, please.
Well, in that case.
Elise is taken a farther away. Stands there, and it's Douglas and Percy getting up in their faces. How are you entering? How are you going in? And you want Libra involved.
Yeah, Libra can come if she wants.
Okay, so she'll drag the body of Star in unless you say not to.
That's
I mean,
probably
makes
a
sense.
good idea.
Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, Joe, I think Percy will actually unholster his Spike Thor, and then he'll just knock on the door that they're in.
Okay. Well, there's a burst of activity inside. As he knocks on the door. I'll clarify real quick. There is a window inside.
Okay.
You're still fine with that? That they can see that he's got a spike store.
Yeah.
The window.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that was the intent. I just wanted to clarify so I didn't make any misstep. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
There's a burst of activity. Yeah. As one of them goes straight for a panic button. John, go ahead and give. Before that, Viral, John, give me another lead charisma check for the competence and experience of the henchman. And Viral, what were you saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say that Percy's gonna kick the door, mark it at the room, and go, anyone touched a fucking panic button, they catch these spikes.
Yeah. Between that and the henches actively blocking and restraining the anyone from getting to any kind of communication device or panic button, they didn't get to smack it within the basically the time window that they had, the opportunity that they had, and now they've got a spike thrower in their face. And a very tall, lean-looking woman, who they're going to assume is an android by the way she is effortlessly dragging Mr. Star inside.
Is she just dragging him like by one leg or anything, or?
No, she's dragging him by the collar.
Okay.
Did she drag him on the thing? Okay.
Just
Okay,
one arm.
It's almost. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's almost as good.
Yeah. She would
Yeah,
drag him by
so-
the legs. That's not an unappealing option. It's just that the other leg flops around and it gets in the way and it,
Yeah,
runs
yeah,
into
that's true.
things.
She got 2 hands, hasn't she?
Yeah, you have better control that way. You're right.
Yeah,
Got
but
2 hands.
if she uses 2 hands, then how can she put plasma in the other one?
Okay, fair. Look at that way.
You have controlled the situation inside, and Dast now has as much time as you need.
Yeah,
Okay.
Percy's just gonna swagger into the middle of the room and say, "Okay, so here's what's happening here. We've come to collect our associate, and as I mentioned, anyone touched the goddamn panic button, they go the same way that your buddy over there did. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get nice and calm. Everyone sit down, drop your equipment. We're gonna wait a little while, and then us and our associate are gonna leave, and you guys get to explain to your boss how you failed this test so badly. Okay? We all happy? Nobody needs shot?
Just for the kick of it, why don't you go ahead and roll me a charisma talk on that?
Oh no! Oh no!
I feel like this is maybe less for whether it works and more for whether they believe you.
Exactly.
Oh, that's not so bad. That's not so bad.
That's not bad at all. There's no open opposition. The threat works. Well, no matter what you roll, the threat was going to work. You have the threat of spike thrower and clearly physical android.
And also 2 other people.
Yes.
Yeah, they are pretty heavily outnumbered, aren't they?
They're very
They are.
outnumbered.
And Hendrix, yeah, that's like what?
It's
7?
not like those hostage situations where you got like 3 robbers and like 10 hostages.
Nope.
This is like what 6 versus 3.
7. Us 4, John and his henches.
Yeah.
And Dazzle, they don't know
7.
that.
So Lisa's in
Yeah.
the room, and Das is presumably not in the room. So.
No, Das isn't.
Oh, right, yeah, she took off, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Oh yeah, so, no, that's right though. 4, 6. Yeah, that's 6 total.
Yeah, they're still outrageously outnumbered.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, 2 to 1. That's pretty. That makes a hostage tracking much easier.
2 to 1 without a gun.
You have a difficulty 13 in program hack and check for Zoe LaRue's reappearance. Is that still the data you're trying to get?
I think so, yeah. Unless someone's thought of anything massively better, I think we're going for reappearance.
Yeah, what I thought of was shooting these guards, but that's not relevant.
Well, yeah. Okay, let's see how this
I
goes.
feel like at this point, we haven't. I feel like
we've
at
made
this
it
point,
anyway.
since we have as much time,
Sorry,
I
not
feel like
to
at this point, since we have as much time as we want, we could probably just actually do a download.
Well,
That's
until
true,
shift
actually, yeah.
change, which
Yeah.
I don't know if we know when the shift change is.
Although if the ship, I mean, we have hostages, and also if we blow the building up at shift change, then we've got twice as many kills. But I don't know if that's
We're not
hard.
going for maximum kills.
Are we not? Nobody told me.
There's not a high score.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Why do you think I'm so interested in fights the whole time? Jokes aside, though.
I think you may have misunderstood the premise of the game.
Shift change will complicate that, and I shouldn't say you have as long as you need, because there are still check-in protocols that they'll need to check in, and it's possible that you would detect it, but they, with any kind of check-in protocol, there are innocuous words that can be said during the protocol, or different ways of phrasing it, basically coding an emergency signal.
That was exactly what I was thinking. If
Yeah.
they have code words like that. Of course, yeah, they're kind of lax. Maybe they don't know them. Maybe they forgot them.
It's not a guarantee that they'll use them, and it's also a fair. Well, I shouldn't say fair likelihood. There's also a likelihood that you will detect it use. But by that time, it's already been done. There's already been an alert broadcast.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
just
There's
an
only so much
additional.
we can do to get around it, which is
Yeah.
to say not much.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty we can do to get around it, but it wouldn't go very well, I don't think.
Granted, if they just don't answer, but if they call again a few times and they send police over here, police take 15 to half an hour to get here, and then we have to deal with them.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a delay. It's not like they're going to send a SWAT team on the first missed check-in, but it's not. It may not be as lax as a delayed police response, given that the facility is owned by Council of March and the guards are Comstar. So it's if it were just security company, nameless security company overseeing a warehouse, you'd have hours after a failed check-in, and you'd probably get one supervisor in a truck going over. Speaking from personal experience here, by the way.
I did wonder.
Yeah. Das got Zoe LaRue's reappearance and all associated events pertaining to it.
Ayo.
Okay.
You could try for another at the difficulty 14.
Feeling lucky?
Yeah. Kidnapping this time? Disappearance?
Yeah,
Or have
sure.
we got something else?
I was gonna say if we have any ideas, but
I wouldn't say other ideas is Raza, but like
Yeah.
that's honestly...
If we can't ask about like all the things related to Zoe, I would expect we can't ask about all the things related to Raza either.
yeah, we could,
Hang on.
Yeah, I would want you to get a little bit more specific there, but I think it sounds like Viral's got an idea.
Okay. No, I was just saying hang on because I had you going,
Oh,
although
yes,
maybe-
yeah.
Yeah.
It would be interesting if we could look at like from the time when we were meant to disappear, like or from when Raza disappeared, would it be possible to find anything Raza related between that timestamp and now, Dex?
So I want to avoid time stamps and
That's
focus more on like adjectives, or I
Okay.
think adjectives.
Okay.
Maybe not
descriptive form.
adjectives, like descriptive form, yeah. Like
Yeah.
the disappearance and the reappearance of Zoe, terrorist activities of the Raza, trade activities of the Raza. This is also include exchange of flight data.
I'm gonna say maybe there's some trade data we can get, something something spicy that some trade opportunity they didn't want to get now.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a decent
be
shout.
actionable.
Actually. Yeah, let's go for that.
That or some sort of technology news.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go for that.
Yeah.
So
We could also do Raza disappearance.
I'm more interested to hear about the trade
Lucrative
activity.
trade deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's the next thing then? What's the next thing we're asking about?
Trade deals thing. Trade information. You got the idea.
Okay. Before we ask about Zoe's kidnapping, or
Eh,
Is that not what? Oh, I thought that's what we already got.
no, we got Zoe coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with just going straight for the trade stuff. It's Lamier, they've got to have some juicy insider details, surely.
That they didn't want to get out. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I said insider. But yeah, there's got to be something. I'm down for that. If everyone else is.
I guess.
I mean, it is news stuff, so
I
I'm
also
not sure
wanna
what
do
they'd
something.
be.
Yeah, I don't know if they really have that. Need to push towards get that infra drive, but I don't think that's something that would necessarily be available from this.
No.
Yeah, probably not. Probably.
Unless, of course, there's some information about because I think we confirmed you had it, right?
You what, sorry?
I think we confirmed who has the infra drive.
Yeah, the salvagers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it got sent to
No, after that.
it got sent to Union, right? Along with the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Cassian said he was going to try and track it for us.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, was that part of what? Okay.
That was part of a
Yeah, I
deal.
definitely want to push towards getting the Amphit drive back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
'Cause I think that'll
Oh
be,
yeah, same
very
maintenance mistake
important
up
for
with
getting
you.
around.
yeah.
But I don't
What's
think
our
that's
What's our
relevant
question
to
then? Are we
this.
doing trade stuff?
I'd like to, but
Just a bit
The
of
only
shopping.
question is going to make us go out of our way to take advantage of.
Yeah.
But I don't know what our real plans. I guess going to the UIS is our next plan, isn't it? I guess trade deals going towards the UIS.
Yeah.
sure.
So maybe something we could stock up on while we're here. There's something that they wanted to cheat out themselves.
Yeah. Is that a valid thing, Dex?
Yeah. Trade activity relating to UIS.
Yeah, essentially, what can we buy here and sell in the UIS that they're trying to cover up, take advantage of? If that makes sense.
Oh,
Presumably what we're
so
finding is-
more like dirt.
Well, it's not about the dirt. It's just about a lucrative deal. Because presumably what we're looking through is stuff that they didn't want getting out, right?
Yeah.
Insider trading.
It's not about getting dirt on the council. I guess that wouldn't hurt. But I think it'd be more about what are they trying to take advantage of that we can take advantage of before they can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would
And I'm only saying.
describe that as political activity relating to UIS. Would you agree?
I guess that's not bad because, like I said, do we have any other plans other than going? Because we wanted to go to the UIS to deliver 800 or no 808 their QED, right?
Mm.
I think that's the only plan I know of after we're done here in March.
I mean, sure.
So political, yeah. I mean, political actually may be just as valuable, honestly.
I think the way that I would distinguish the
even
two
more.
is that trade activity relating to UIS is reminding
nature.
myself and you that this isn't just official news, it's also citizen journalists. Anything that somebody has decided to put on the internet or on the web somewhere
Oh,
that council did
that's
not want or
true.
that one of the houses did not want.
That's very, very true, actually, huh?
It's not all going to be true, because the council also has a vested interest in removing disinformation. But I'm not gonna monkey's paw you on that. I'll let you characters discern what's bullshit and what's valuable.
Yeah, I think that'll be just as valuable. Yeah, I think that'd actually be just as valuable, or even obviously easier to transport than some goods.
Yeah, let's
We
go.
don't need to actually secure anything. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was settled on, political or trade?
Political.
Okay.
In regards to the UIS.
All right,
Yeah,
let me just
I think-
cross out that entire line. I've scribbled out so many different words on it.
I think that also will be stuff that if we're trading info with Cassian, he'll appreciate that.
Mm.
Like, he'd appreciate both of them, I think. But yeah, okay, we don't need to tell him everything, but
But the political, I think the political will be more useful for us since if that's our next destination and we're planning to meet up with. Was it 808? Is he the new emperor?
Was
that?
No, he's
was
the
that was?
Emperor's right hand, basically.
He's a dragon general, yeah.
General, yeah.
Okay, I knew there's some position of power there.
Yeah, is that where we'll go next? Cool.
All right, your difficulty is 14. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
After another 10 minutes, Das is able to connect the files, found an algorithm that doesn't result in encryption errors, and is most of the time is spent decrypting to download on the fly. A very computer and processor intensive thing, and her data slab is getting very hot.
Fine, I'll just find the nearest cold air vent and put it in there.
Nice.
It'll be fine.
If you want more, at a difficulty 15, and you're coming up on a half hour.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think Percy is starting to feel a bit twitchy. Not from the desire to shoot something, but from the amount of time we spent here.
Yeah,
Quiet.
a lot of time we're just spending.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've spent quite a while.
I feel like this is because also
This
I'm
is
assuming
probably
if there's a
enough.
failure, that's going to trigger another a separate alarm, right?
Possibly.
Quite possibly.
I'm happier not testing that theory, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree. Yeah. Okay. Time to go.
I will say, not that I'm trying to convince you to stay, that Das knows where the internal alarm will trigger, and it is to the chest room. There's limited external communication. If there is a call-out function, but there have been some security features that have been disabled with the intention of making this data warehouse look as inconspicuous as possible. You know, if something calls out to a central server every 20 minutes, then people with panspectral optics and observation suite drones can see that there is a communication. So there have been some security measures that have been circumvented to make it more secure. The other thing is, they're telling you that they will need to do a check-in in 15 minutes. You've got 10.
Oh, that's nice of them to tell us.
They want to live.
The fact that they've volunteered, that
That's
information kind of makes me not trust it.
Yeah.
And
I think just like what would we get if we were going to get something? What would we be looking for?
Like trade info probably, but we're not short of opportunities.
Yeah.
And also, they may know when their next check-in is. They don't know how soon any potential response is. We want to get a decent distance away before we blow this up if we can.
Nox. So Nox, am I gathering here that you're a-okay with them all going kaboom?
Us having lied to them at this point. Oh no, we lied.
That is the worst thing you've done
at this point, right?
So you're taking that last chance, or are you making it even harder and taking a difficulty 17 to try it as a main action, as a 15-second little effort?
I mean, it's theoretically possible. I can hit at 17.
You know, I suppose we don't really lose anything by rolling it, do we? Let's start tying them up. We'll best finish something. In fact, do we have short range comms at all? Or okay. In that case, I'm just gonna ping Daz and say, like, I'm getting worried about how long we've spent here. Are you ready to go?
Yep, let's go.
We'll start tying them up, and then he'll put the pad away and go, okay, you got a rope or cable or, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe he'll just pull like a curtain there or something and start binding them up with that.
They got a server room. They've got cables.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the curtain sends a statement. But fine if you're being able to use the cable.
Okay.
You guys just start carrying rope around town.
So
we're gonna keep doing something like this.
Dex, theoretically, if I did a main action one and failed, what happens?
You would have another opportunity to prevent this, but if you did the main action one and failed and then just walked away, it would send an alert to the human overseer that is monitoring the system, who is currently being tied up in the chest room.
So it basically doesn't matter.
It basically doesn't matter.
Okay. I will try and get the trade data as a main action then.
Yeah.
Just on like starting to pack up, and it's like, there's okay, I'll just hit that button and just try.
All right, trade data for UIS, or was there?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, roll it.
Okay. Right.
Wow.
I will just point out at this point, right? With those rolls, Das could have done that in 3 main actions. Those rolls are compatible with just doing main actions the whole way through and succeeding.
Yep.
That's how good Das is. She could have walked in here and had all the data we're working out with in about 2 minutes.
You are something else, you know that? I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed, make no mistake, but...
Yeah.
All right. That is 3 packets of data of value to be determined and contents to be determined over the course of the next week. I do not have that off the top of my head, although I have ideas. I didn't know you could get the text so. Huh.
Yeah, you can get the text that big.
Never actually tried, to be fair.
You get a text that big?
You get the text that big. And,
lied because we lied because we're misunderstood, and we're blowing them up because we are
terrorists.
Oh, yep.
We are misunderstood, but we are also misunderstood terrorists.
We became terrorists because we misunderstood, and then we kept at it because terrorism apparently pays really well.
all right.
Yeah.
What is the delay between you leaving this building and the building blowing up?
We're leaving them tied up, so I'd like to think about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. That will miss their check-in call, so somebody theoretically at some point will come around to check up on them.
Oh, in that case, probably not that long.
I just had the stupidest thought, right?
Go.
And we probably shouldn't do this, but
Go for it.
If one of us stayed to watch and waited for them to come to check in, like they get into the parking thing, they step out of the car, the building explodes.
So what? One of us stays, watches, and then it blows up in front of the
And
relief face.
Triggers it right as they come to check in on the missed check-in.
I mean, I'm down.
Well, it's a little extra risk, but it's risk without drama. Or
Yeah,
no,
fuck
Yeah.
without.
It's
Very dramatic.
extra risk for extra effect, extra drama of like.
I thought you were going to say extra
Oh,
comedy.
It's not just a missed check-in. It's like, here's a message, boom.
Yeah.
Someone and that's someone that saw the boom as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Cassian would appreciate the drama of it.
I was going to say, I think he'll also appreciate the "do not fuck with me, I will make it as bad as possible for you" message.
Mm.
Dex is laughing, so I think this is probably a bad idea, but let's do it anyway.
I think let's do it, yeah.
I think Dex laughing, I think, either means it's a very bad idea or a very good idea. We just have no
Yeah.
idea which.
Yeah. Okay, so Ginja, I think based on who our characters are, average guy and small, unassuming looking girl, and also the fact that you said the idea and I encouraged it, I think one of us two should stay behind to give the command. Do you want to do it, or will I?
I mean, it's not going to be Das. Das is not the one pressing the button here.
Yeah.
They are. Okay. Okay, I guess it's me then.
Yeah, Das is the you get me in. I'll do the computery bit, and then you get me out, and I don't do any of the blowing up.
That's fair.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get the data.
That
Okay,
there
that's fair.
is an appropriate Where the fuck did she come from when Das leaves?
like given the current situation, Das just casually walks out, like not running, not just casually walks out like she belongs there, and just ignores the supervisor in that. just a nod to John on the way through.
Yeah, the fucking hostage situation in progress, and she's just like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Kid just climbs out of the vent.
Yeah, like a fucking imposter.
All right. Well,
anyway, I'll stay behind to organize the detonation. That's what I'm looking for.
okay. You wait.
Unless-
The check-in is
Unless
about.
anybody else, I was gonna say unless anybody else has a burning desire to, but I don't think so.
I mean, I feel like we need someone that can talk themselves out through a police quarantine again, right?
Hey, I didn't talk my way through a quarantine. I flirted my way through a quarantine.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, even. But yeah. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. Well, the check-in is it's fast for what it is. It's definitely way faster than it would have been for security guards. There's an actual armed response within about 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah. So what I think Percy will have done in light of this, because we're preparing for the people to come, is he will have moved Star's body so that as soon as they open the front door, they'll be able to see it.
Okay.
And then he's just sitting across the road or something, just very casual, but watching and waiting for somebody to go up and open that door. It'll be really awkward if someone else tries to go in before the check-in team.
Fortunately, that doesn't happen. It's the check-in team that you get.
Good.
And are you trying to get as many of them in an explosion as you can, or are you just sending the message?
I mean, I think if we catch them in the explosion, we don't send as good of a message.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
There's currently one guy that's still out by the vehicle and will not be like his ears will be ringing. He'll be in
okay
pain.
with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, yeah, because I suppose he wouldn't have seen the body at the. Okay, so he'll have had his team reacting, like he'll have seen his team reacting in distress and confusion to something, and then boom.
Okay.
I'm okay with this.
All right. Building goes up. Servers are slagged.
And Percy very surreptitiously, or not very surreptitiously, faking a concerned, like scared response, starts leaving.
Okay. Don't worry. They have other things that they're concerned about right now.
Good. Like, the fire / explosion.
And Percy is able to get back to the team. There's no police quarantine just yet. They didn't notify local PD to cooperate with Compstar.
Yeah, and this time we didn't use the explosives until we were already ready to go.
Yes. Yeah. You are leaving before the police arrive.
Yeah. As opposed to last time, we were trying to use the explosives to make other people less likely to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we're like, oh god, how do we grab all these bodies?
And
Yeah.
yeah, you had body transportation issues last time.
Yeah, that's
no bodies this time.
I will say this was much more efficient.
Yeah, this was very clean. Good job, team.
Yeah. And so we've got about a half hour left, and there's three possibilities for filling that time. One is, of course, talking to Cassian, although you will not have been able to pour over the data of what you've got by then.
Oh, that's true.
I can give you some, like, it's visible. It's been decrypted, so it is visible. It's just that there's a lot to sort through. And some key things come out of it. Zoe LaRue's reappearance was reported somebody did see a very bedraggled-looking Zoe coming out of the spaceport, and well, it was a very unflattering picture that very quickly got yoinked. And among anything that you look at with a keyword of returns has been non-broadcasted. That's the word I used for it. I use a better word. Non-release has been flagged non-release. There was a concerted effort to make sure that nobody thought that she had been gone in the first place, or had, journalism related to that. The political and the trade data for UIS is juicy. The Council of March, in connection with the Exchange of Light, has had some less than beneficial dealings and activities, which you'll be able to sort through what's real and what's bullshit after I've written it out for you. So that's one option, is going to Cassian and talking to him. I don't advise that just because of it'd be better for you to have the information before you do that.
Yeah, that was why we wanted to get information in the first place, partly, wasn't it?
Another option for scene is that well, you guys weren't the only people out and about and doing things. Seems that a couple of your crew members had some fun. Or we can introduce Iris. We'll come up with a better name for Iris.
Steady? It's Iris backwards.
Siri, seriously.
Easy target, sorry. I had another thought in addition to the Cassian thing while you were talking, which was, has enough time passed for us to take another stab at selling that salvage for above average market value?
Much time has passed at all, has it? This has been like maybe a day since.
Yeah, I think it's been a day. I think you've got a couple days left before you can check the market again. So we can do that next session. So I guess the two options you have, plus whatever other scenes that you wanted. I know that Viral, you've been wanting to have Percy talk to Elise.
I think it was Jackal that brought it up first, but yeah, I'm down for that. I do think it would be nice to have Ellie here and able to talk when we introduce Siri. I mean Iris.
Okay. If Ellie is voice restricted right now, then let's go ahead and hold that off. You're definitely right. I want Ellie voice for that. So let's focus on the PCs. Also, Jackal hasn't gotten a lot of action this session. So, what was your scene?
What was my scene?
What was the scene between Percy and Elise that Viral has been kind of excited about?
It was something you said about
It's a great question.
No, if you let me get the words.
No,
like it was after I think after we took the hostages and you started to actually like some of them and you went, oh shit, this is what Percy had with Trail. I need to talk to him about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You said that Elise was going to apologize.
Yeah, forgot about that.
That's exciting.
Forgot to apologize. Thanks.
So does this happen like in the van coming back from a high adrenaline, high stakes? You know there's
Absolutely
explosions.
fucking not.
Yeah, for one thing, Percy's not in the van.
That's true.
And for a second thing, you think that I've got the kind of like ego and pride that would allow me to apologize in front of other people?
No. Good point.
Excellent point, even.
So yeah, no.
All right. Well, where does this occur?
So, what I imagine happens, at least from my end, right,
Mm-hmm.
is that we're back at the ship and just waiting for the time when Percy's going to go over to the mess hall,
Mm-hmm.
have some food, and then I'm going to ambush him.
With forks, I hope.
And be like, I need to talk to you. We need to go to the other room.
Sure. Like right now?
I mean, do you want to finish your food first?
I'm multi-talented. He'll show a bit of food in his mouth and shift it like one cheek and say, "Lead the way," mostly clearly.
So
raise the pirates.
Find a somewhat secluded portion of the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stop, pivot, turn.
Okay.
So, think I kind of need to apologize to you, maybe just a little bit, about something that happened earlier.
Huh.
What?
Okay, I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
It's just the whole thing that happened the other day, and then the thing that happened like multiple other days ago. You're not gonna make me spell it out, are you?
A lot of things happened the other day, and there's a lot of other days before that where things happened as well. Also, I love how ominous this music is for this scene.
So like David, right? That was his name.
Oh, the shipman. Shipman.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about him?
Yeah. I think maybe I get what you were feeling with Trail, maybe just like a teensy bit, like a little bit.
Oh, you mean about the... You think they're douchebag at first, but then they're surprisingly not bad?
Oh, I mean, he was bad. Let's not
Well,
get ahead of ourselves here.
Well, yeah, but
Just that, like, I think I maybe kind of get where you were going with the whole no longer wanting to kill someone thing. Yeah, I thought I had made up my mind on that, and I don't know. Things got a little bit more, I don't know, complicated talking to them.
oh yeah, no, I totally get what you mean. It started off as cut and dry, and then it was not. So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I do really appreciate you saying it.
Yeah. I want to make one thing additionally clear, though. I do not want to talk to Trail, because if Trail comes back to kill me, I don't want to have the guilt of killing someone I kind of like.
If Trail comes back insisting on killing you, he's gonna have to get through me and everyone else first.
I'm still going to avoid talking to him. I hope you don't mind that.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge you for that. But sis, I do appreciate you saying this. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't thank me again.
So hey, you know what? It feels like for the past little while since we got to March, really, we haven't really just talked normally, you know. So how have you been? What's up with the guitar? And then Magic just sort of defaults into small talk unless you want to roleplay some of that.
Well, at least we'll just kind of go on about like where she's been with the travel while you guys have been here. While we have been here. Guitar's been fun.
Nice.
It was bass, by the way. Bass guitar.
Yeah, bass guitar's a guitar, isn't it?
I think Douglas needs to explain the difference because I don't know if I'm equipped to do this.
No, it's a good test of your music knowledge, isn't it?
Yeah. Pissed off Acid and Libra. Mostly Acid, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it was mostly Libra. It's hard to tell because Acid's the one who comes to yell at you. You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, believe me, I know what you mean.
So like I can't tell if she's mad at me because she's mad at me, or I can't tell if she's mad at me because Libra's mad, but Libra won't yell at me.
Yeah, honestly, I find it hard to imagine Libra yelling at anyone. I mean, theoretically she's capable of it, but yeah.
You gonna learn an instrument too?
We'll see how it goes, I suppose. Right?
You seem like a guy who would really be good at the recorder.
Should I be reading anything into that, or is it just like what makes someone good at the recorder?
Just feels right for you.
Huh. I'll consider it.
And it's totally not because I had a vision that you were gonna be like some virtuoso or anything. Okay, bye.
See ya. I imagine Percy saying see ya to her as the door is shutting behind her, like she moves improbably fast.
Just starts speed walking down the hallway.
And there we go. That's one damaged friendship successfully taking the first steps to repair.
Woohoo! I like it.
Well, that's of course Elise is just gaslighting about the recorder thing.
I just think it'll be funny later. You pick up the recorder. I'm shit at this. What the fuck?
Joke's on you. You need to listen to me practice. And I can speak from experience, having lived next door to someone who was learning the saxophone in a room that was adjacent to our back room. Look, I sleep at the other end of the house, and one night my parents were laughing so hard at his efforts that they kept me awake.
Oh, that's on one hand that's kind of mean, but on the other hand, I'm glad that there was humor involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, the young guy didn't know. Yeah,
but at least you had a laugh.
He didn't know that we could hear him. He didn't know that we could hear him. It was impressively bad. You should have seen the shade of red that he turned when he found out that it was audible through the wall.
Oh no! Now I feel bad.
Nah, he took it in good grace. He took it in relatively good grace.
All right.
And
Next.
I can never hear the Pink Panther theme in the same context again. It just doesn't sound the same played properly, you know?
I'm going to have one of you roll a skill check for Aurelia, and one of you roll a skill check for Axel. They're both proficient at their skills. At whatever this mysterious thing that they're doing is.
I will do Axel.
Aurelia. Oh my, you're not even going to take Axel into that first?
What was that?
Yeah, there we go. I'll roll for Aurelia.
I said, oh my, you're not even going to take Axel out to dinner first? Because Draco just went, I will do Axel.
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
he doesn't get a choice.
Okay.
Wow.
Those are both good rolls. Now that you know who's involved, anyone who's been kind of in interactions with crew and would have been paying attention to them, you're welcome to roll, but you guys have been so busy and distracted that you'll have a -2.
Yeah, I imagine Percy was probably talking to people
I think
about...
we're getting the band together.
He's a social enough thing. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, so was that, what was it, talk decks?
It would be notice wisdom.
Oh, okay, sure. With a -2, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to apply the -2, so 7.
I remember to apply my -2, and 5.
Okay. At least you don't get a choice, you have to roll this. But you still have the -2.
Just not at -2 or with -2?
No, you still have the -2, yeah.
Much like Axel doesn't get a choice.
It's fine. I'm very perceptible. I perceive things all the time.
Wow,
Yeah,
you
you
really
do.
do. And
Perceptible, easy to see.
Das also has to roll.
She's wisdom -2.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Okay. So Douglas and Percy don't overhear any stirrings. This is prior to your things you would have heard prior to the operation that you just overtook. This is just kind of you heard the rumblings and then you had to go. At least there've been some concerns about a couple of crew members that were whispering and acting in a conspiratorial manner. Those crew members were Aurelia and Axel, and they've they've had papers and documents. They've been using the terminal to access a lot of information. What's available on the web, the planetary web. Das has overheard while in vents. Sounds like they've been. There are plans to confront someone. And a little bit further, I think both Elise and Das would get this. Aurelia is really good at being attractive, and coercing or manipulating people into things. That's not necessarily what's happening here, but she is good at it, so it's always a risk, right?
See, that's gotta be the worst thing going through life, though. Is like, if people know that,
Yeah, right.
Am I just being manipulated? Trust is really hard to build up.
No, Aurelia is the one that's good at doing the manipulating, though.
Yeah, but as soon as people know about it, then it's hard to form trust.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Mm-hmm, definitely. In that respect, Vicky has been staying away from her because Max has been keeping Vicky away from her. If you may remember, 2 weeks ago, Elena told Riley that Vicky is special, and what she meant is, and also kind of clarified, is she's very trusting. So yeah, you guys have overheard these rumblings, and you had your own things going on. Now you hear that they're both off the ship. You want to do anything? Are you gonna try and check in, or are you just gonna see what happens when they come back? I'm not hearing any responses or thoughts towards a response.
I think that's because there's not a.
I'm happy with the I'm thinking. I just want to fill the silence.
That's fair. Yeah.
I still think they're gonna form a union.
Like I said, we've had enough troubles with union.
Oh, we have a union bust. Yay!
We've got a union bust so that we can go and union bust.
Let me pull them aside one by one, and I'll tell them that the contracts that they signed, in the piles of NDAs that accidentally signed to form it, so they wouldn't form a union. So too late.
Anyways, y'all chasing them down, or see learn more, or just wait and see what happens? I could go either way.
I didn't hear what was happening because I rolled even lower than you.
Right. Yeah, Douglas and I Percy and I are pretty much out of it, out of the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, there's Joy and Riley as well, but yeah.
So it sounds like it comes down to you, Jackal. What does Elise do?
Are we nosy bosses?
Oh, okay. If you have to phrase it like that, absolutely.
All right. It sounds like Elise does want to find out what all's going on.
And I just gonna stroll in there. It's like, hey, how's it going?
Well, they're
You're not
actually
thinking
off
about
the
forming a
ship.
union, are you?
They're
Yeah,
actually
they
off
left
the ship right now.
so
Yeah.
Just want to follow them off the ship.
I'll be following him off the ship.
Yeah, they're currently off the ship. You can either try and find out what they're up to, where they went, or you can wait until they come back.
I will do that, and I will use this. I will track them down to the ends of the earth.
Nice.
They will not escape me and my nosiness.
You are a bloodhound sniffing a trail.
You have accurate, detailed information about them, and they have recently been in the same location as you've been searching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Elise taking anybody with her?
All right, who wants to go snooping with me?
I mean, I didn't know snooping needed done, but I'm down. If you see it.
Let me make you a snooping box.
I think they'd notice me if I was snooping after him.
Ooh, the snooping box is red.
Unethical. Yeah, no, because we're doing bad things. It deserves the red box.
Okay, I'll leave it.
If anyone wants to join in doing bad things, please put yourself.
Yeah, I don't think Douglas would be nosy. He's definitely like, whatever, do your thing.
Percy's a curious creature, but he doesn't know there was anything wrong in the first place. If you tell him, he'll come.
I'd love to think that it's, hey, I'm gonna go out. You want to come with and not say a single thing about what we're doing? That way, I can use Percy's ignorance as my alibi.
Is that how you worked it?
I think that's how I want to work it. Yes.
No, I think worked it.
If we get caught, it's like, oh, Percy and I were going to, get some stuff.
No,
I think he was asking how you wanted to word the invite.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where are they going?
You don't know at the point that what you're asking Percy.
Fantastic.
That's you will come into that information as you track them down.
Actually, that's.
Can I be a bit more of a
right
pain?
there though. Is like Elise, she's like constantly looking out for him. Is like, what are you looking for?
You can always be a pain. You can always be more of a pain. Yes.
More of a pain, harsh.
I'm just using his words.
Would I be able to perhaps use Oracle to discern where I'm going before I'm going there?
Seems like an abuse of power.
Only in the sense of you can basically in your Oracle vision commit to going and tracking them down, and you will obtain the most relevant piece of information that results from that.
Like spoil the whole surprise.
It will spoil the surprise.
That does spoil a surprise.
Don't spoil the surprise. All right. I tell Percy that we're gonna go get coffee. We're gonna go and visit my favorite coffee place that I found here.
Yeah. Okay.
You like coffee, right? Caffeine.
Yeah.
Are you a tea person?
It's better than us not talking to each other. Let's roll. Percy's actually more of a hot chocolate person.
I think they do that. They actually do an iced hot chocolate.
Oh, sick.
Just for flavor, I want to say that, or I want to add that Koana also really wants to go with you to get coffee, but she's on shift.
Aww.
But she overhears, so whatever part of this let's go get coffee there is, and she's very jealous. She wants to go with, and she hopes you enjoy your coffee.
Honestly, I think if we're facing potentially disgruntled employees, we want to bring the walking ray of sunshine with us.
Do you swap her shift with someone?
Why do I have to swap her shift? Why can't I just tell her to take a break?
But you can do
We're
that
the
too.
boss.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we are the boss. We can just say that you don't have a shift anymore. You don't have to swap.
Yeah. What's the point of having power if you don't abuse it every so often?
All
Do we
right.
just like pass Koana in the halls?
But
How is
also
Koana weaseling her way into this?
Oh, she's overhearing. She, for whatever reason, she's nearby when you're talking to Percy about going to get coffee, and
The reason,
yeah. Go
the
ahead.
reason is that she's Elise's biggest fangirl and she's probably following her around as best she can while working.
What? No, I didn't say that.
You thought it?
And as Elisa's telling Percy, let's go get coffee, and I've got this favorite coffee place. She is she's just saying, oh, I'd love to go get coffee with you too, but I'm on shift. Can we go another time?
Yes, we can go another time.
Oh, so you're not taking her?
If we're still on dock, right?
We are on dock.
Yeah. Ish. You're still outside the city because there's nowhere, to put a cruiser.
Yeah, but if we take off into space tomorrow and darn, hands are tied, can't take you to go get coffee at this place.
That's mean.
All right, so you don't take Koana with you.
If they're doing something bad, maybe not. But we're doing something bad. Koana's definitely.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Even better than the cover story with Percy.
I have to have a conversation with Douglas.
Is Elise trying to keep a positive image in the eyes of Koana?
Yeah.
Oh, you will get here. I can hear Jackal wanting to stab all of us in the eyes.
Is that Jackal? It's Elise.
I can hear Elise as channeled through Jackal wanting to stab all of us in the eyes.
Yes. No, there's a bit of back and forth of like, well, I mean, you'd have to talk to Douglas if you wanted to go like now, right? Well, I mean, I'm sure you've earned a break, right?
Oh, sure.
Why don't you just ask him?
She, if it's put on her, she actually is going to just leave it at, I wish I could go, but I am working. She is taking her work very seriously.
Aww. We really need to get the guns back online so that she can actually do her intended job.
Plus respect from Douglas. All right, so then Elise and Percy go out, and it's kind of a strange trip to a coffee place with Elise pausing to check on a social media detail here and there, or kind of consulting sources that she has. Just it's not exactly the most straight, direct path to a coffee house, and when you've arrived, it's a very strange coffee house because it's labeled as Nexius Emporium corporate headquarters. That's a very strange coffee house.
Yeah. So, like, do they do hot chocolate here, or? Because I ain't ever seen a coffee place that looks like this.
What?
And you actually look like your timing is somehow perfect because you walk into the lobby, which is where your sources of the secret bounty hunter clues have led you. And you see Axel with his he's got a portly man in kind of a not a chokehold per se, but a hold, and is holding a knife to his neck while Aurelia frantically goes over some files on a computer, and there's a receptionist that's just kind of pushed back against the wall, scared. Axel sees you first, and oh shit.
Yo, what the fuck, Axel?
This isn't the coffee shop.
You don't say. Axel, hi. Report. What the fuck's going on?
Aurelia hears you both, and Axel holds his line, looks over at Aurelia, and she comes around the desk where she is frantically at the computer, says, "This isn't what it looks like. I just need proof that they framed me."
You're gonna have to go into a little bit more detail than that.
I don't have time. She hit the alarm button.
Okay, we're having words later.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then Percy just stalks outside to see if anyone seems to be coming.
Nope. There doesn't seem to be any commotion outside just yet. Axel looks from Aurelia over to Elise. Should I let him go?
What do you think?
I'll let him go. He slowly takes the knife away. And kind of tries to smooth out the man's coat. He's pushed off by the man. Get away from me, you little...
I would be careful of sudden movements there, buddy. You're not out of this situation yet.
You have no right! And he starts gesticulating wildly. To come in here and...
I put a hand on his shoulder and say, accidents happen all the time. Would you like to calm down? Take a deep breath.
How are you?
Does it matter?
I will have all of you arrested. You're trespassing. And you're an associate of his. He just cut me. There's no blood on his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him up. Verbally, but fuck him up.
So, what happens when you get cut? Let's walk through this real quick.
He looks very confused. Well, what? You die.
I take a blade and I put it right into your body, and I pull it out. What happens?
What are you going on about?
Do you want to find out? You're not bleeding yet. You can find out how that feels really quickly.
You're threatening me.
What the fuck do you think I'm doing? You're threatening me and everyone else here to go to the police, and none of this has to happen. You see, I have made a lot of strides not to go into prison or anything like that before, and I'm pretty good at avoiding it by now. I'm actually scarily good at it by now. And you see, if I hear the police coming after me, you know what I mean? I remember your face and a promise to make you understand what it feels like to get stabbed.
What?
I love this.
You know a Mr. Jack, per se, by chance?
Who? No. I don't do any business with anyone named Mr. Jack.
Oh, that's really good for you. That's really good for you. Unfortunately, also for you, if you don't know who Mr. Jack is, you're in a world of hurt.
Just leave. I don't.
If I leave, what are you gonna do?
I know the bypass code for the alarm.
And you're gonna push it in right now. Go.
Yes. Yes. waddles over to more like stumbles. Waddling's kind of an unkind word. He stumbles his way over to the button and
I'm not feeling particularly charitable. Waddle seems appropriate.
and fumbles at the switch, taps it in a Morse code like manner that deactivates it, or at least makes the light stop blinking.
I don't know. That could just be the blinking light override.
All right. Well,
Right.
we'll find out. We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
Because what you did right there, if it was what you said, you'll never see us again, just like that. And you know damn well what would happen if that did not do what I thought it just did. I make a stabbing motion and say, "Let's go."
You should know you're consorting with financial criminals.
I'm sorry, what?
That's his best comeback. You should know you're consorting with financial criminals.
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know who we are.
He does not know who you are.
Oh no, not financial criminals.
Whatever. Can we go now, please? I'm looking over at Axel and.
Oh yeah, they are cowed and in tow.
Yeah. I'm just like, let's go.
Did they get the information they needed?
Judging from Aurelia's state, it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like Elise gives a shit either.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do you care if they got the information they were looking for?
If I was there, I would, but Gambit at least doesn't.
So the mistake they made was not taking dance.
Back outside. I just want to shout back at the guy to make sure that he changes his pants.
Yeah. Do you pick up Percy on the way by?
Yeah. And I say, so are we still getting coffee, or did you already know that was a lie?
No, I was convinced about the coffee.
Okay, so we're still on for that. Cool.
Yeah, just maybe not right now. We've got a slight, let's say, discipline issue to talk about first.
Miss Elise, this is from Axel. Are we getting coffee too, or are we in trouble?
Percy does actually start laughing.
That's what I expect from Axel.
You can get coffee on the ship.
Okay.
Oh, you got some set of cojones on you, kid.
I thought that might be, but I wanted to be sure. Okay, let's go, Aurelia.
It's not a particularly charitable smile that Percy has, but he's still smiling.
You can tell that Aurelia's pretty shaken, and is.
What, by how they flubbed it, or how we came in?
What's that?
By how they flubbed it, or how we came in?
Both. She was already frantic when you got there.
Yeah.
And Axel helps comfort her back to, well, it is far out of your guys' sight towards the ship, towards the exit port. And then
the audience knows.
Elise and Percy have a cup of coffee or hot chocolate with coffee in it.
Yeah, so, yeah. On a scale of, say, 1 to 12, how good would you say the coffee is? Or the hot chocolate, or both?
I'm gonna leave that to Elise. Does she actually pick a good coffee place?
I'm gonna roll for that. And roll connect with wisdom, if that's okay with you.
Sounds good.
And we'll see on a scale of, I guess, what is that? 2 to potential max of 15.
Hold up, do you know what? Let Percy roll notice wisdom to see if he catches the vibes of the place on the way in, just in case he gives you a +1.
Sure.
Okay, that's a 9. I think that qualifies.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
roll a
2 to
+1.
16 scale.
3 to 16.
Oh, wait, I didn't set the min value, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's good.
it's kind of okay.
It's kind of okay.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's trafficable. It got the +1 from Percy, so it at least has an atmosphere that he vibes with. Which can
Better
do a
than
lot
shit
to make up.
coffee, right?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this atmosphere that he vibes with? I wonder.
Yeah, what is the atmosphere that he vibes with?
Well, for one thing, the pretty space pirate sitting across the table from him.
Oh, yep, pretty girls. That's always part of an atmosphere. Or pretty boys, if that's what he prefers. You know, he did flirt up that cop.
That was unintentional.
maybe is this the vibe? Is this the vibe? This kind of the vibe, or are you more of a this kind of vibe?
Is what the image dump. Probably the former.
Okay.
Probably the former.
Okay.
I've got to be honest, I was fully expecting that to be a screenshot of Elise and then one of random policemen. But yeah, good hot chocolate, nice place. Percy satisfied.
Right. Well, time to yell at some people.
Oh, fun. So, just to check, are you pissed off because they fucked up, or because they went behind our backs, or because they did? Well, actually, I suppose, yeah, just those two.
I'm pissed off that they went behind our backs when I know for a fact that we could have done that without even probably stepping foot into the building.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean a certain someone who can probably hear me right now at this very moment.
You guys are back on the ship.
Yeah.
Hi, Das.
Everyone look over to the air vent and say hi, Das. Hi,
Is Das actually in that event at that time?
I mean, you're in a random coffee shop. I suspect not.
They've come back to their ship by now.
Back on the ship.
Oh,
Yeah,
they come back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
You're right, I'll never know.
So yeah.
Yeah. So are we going to chew them out at the start of next session, or are we going to do it in text roleplay over the week?
I mean, I only have like 2 things to add in for the chewing out. So basically, the point to get across is that, like, hey, we are a team.
We are a team. We are better at doing crimes than you are.
No. I'm not saying that part. I'm saying we're a team. We're like a family. We've all got shit about our past that we really don't want to talk about, but hey, we kind of have to talk about it so that way we can solve them together. And if you ever go behind our backs in any capacity, I will find out and I will track you down.
And also, we're better doing crimes as a team. Come on, we're the Vaza. They know who we are. They know that we're not fucking mercenaries / salvagers.
Yeah.
There we are.
Anytime you ever doubt the fact that I will not find you, think back to right now.
Where she found you before you even finished doing what you were trying to do. And then helped you
He
unfuck
didn't even know about it.
Yeah, if the person that she was tracking you with didn't know she was tracking you, what fucking chance have you got?
There are many moments in this when it looks like Aurelia has a retort at the tip of her tongue. It's just caressing her lips. She's ready to fight back and basically make some excuse, and she bites it back.
I thought we were just talking to ourselves. I didn't realize we were actually talking to them.
I figure it goes into talking to them, right?
Is.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
It very very much looked like Axel did some coaching, as they were coming back, because every time it's kind of a look down and unconscious look towards him every time she bites back a comment. Yeah, that was my thought too, Meowkin. And so they both weather the
Abuse?
speech without trying to excuse their actions or trying to dispute any of the the terms. And if you want to know why they were doing it, they will certainly answer. But that part we can hold for text roleplay.
I'll ask about it later when it's not so fresh and I'm not still embarrassed.
Okay, that works
Yeah.
also.
Although
And
once Elise wanders off, like Percy will make the motions of wandering off with Elise, and then when she's out of range, he'll double back, and he'll just go, "Oh, by the way, I know she was saying not to think about it this way, but seriously, we're better at doing shit like this if we work together. There is a wide pool of skills here. Talk to us, okay?"
Axel nods and says, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, we've all been there. It's fine.
Aurelia holds her tongue again.
Yeah, Percy makes a mental note to talk to her about that later on, when she's not so embarrassed about it.
That actually really is just really good at manipulating.
What?
Yeah, man, it's trust.
Alright, I'm gonna call that a session. We are right at